Okay, hi everybody. How's it going? Hi Stephanie. Oh, I left cat cam on. Whoops. Hi Gemma Bell. Hi Gabby. Hi Alexandra. Hi Raspberry. How is everybody? Hello, party people. Yes, that is in fact what we are doing today. Don't tell Mickey about the Sims. Excuse me, what? Don't tell Mickey about what? What's going on? Oh, I forgot to turn. Oh, no, the light is on. Hi, Jill. What's Sims live stream? What the fuck is going on? Where did we leave off last time? Oh, we finished episode 10. You guys, I'm doing okay. Hi, Finley. I'm, hanging out. Banana, what are you doing? Do you want to go lay down? Can you go lay down, please? Iced coffee slay. Absolutely. Hi, Hyperflux. Hi, Jasper. Yeah, we, finished episode 10 last time. If I remember correctly, it was Shane pitching a fit and like threatening to leave. Yeah, I think so. I'm happy to no longer be sick. Oh, Finley, I'm so sorry you were sick. I'm glad you feel better. Time for more luxury dates. Actually, I think the luxury dates are over. I think now it's just crunch time. Also what? Oh, that's weird. Hi, Fax Machine. I know I saw you in the chat earlier. I'm so excited you're here. I was talking to Erin about you the other day. My first time joining the live, but I've watched all the streams. Hi, Allie. I'm so glad you could be here live. Honestly exhausted today. I feel that. I don't know if you guys know, but I live in Tucson, where like it's the fucking desert. It's hot here most of the time. Even in the wintertime, it's like still warmish, you know? But yesterday evening, like the early hours of yesterday morning, it snowed. Like a lot. Like not like a little bit where it's like, oh, it's snowing, but it like melts as soon as it hits the ground. Like we had tufts of snow in the backyard, and the dogs are sensitive beans, you know. So they refused to poop, and they kept waking us up because they had to go to the bathroom, and then we take them out and they'd refuse to go. It was a whole thing. Finley, I saw that. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not equipped. I had the longest disc. Ooh, Christine, those are the worst. Oh my God, Gabby, what the fuck? Thank you for the super chat. Holy shit. I'm currently in my last day of orientation to start psychology school. Oh, Gabby, I love that so much. Congratulations on your last day. I'm so glad that I could be like helpful in any way. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Oh boy, here we go. Yes. Oh, there's about to be a blizzard in Michigan. That's the kind of thing that like I'm just not built like that, you guys. I'm just not made that way. I grew up in the desert. I've lived here my whole life. Like I could survive heat stroke with the best of them, but snow, immediate no. I'm down here in Florida, 80 degrees. I love that for you, Christine. I love that so much. It's gray and rainy in the Midwest. Oh, Leah, yes. The like staying awake piece is the worst. I literally do not know how people function in places like the Pacific Northwest and like where it's like rainy and like dreary, because I'm sensitive. I'm just like sleepy, you know? Hello all, finally got it together. Fellow Tucsonian here. Aw, Georgina, I'm so glad you're here. My cat loves the snow. Oh, God. I think both my cats are indoor cats, and I think they would have simply expired. Yeah, Amanda, that's what I've heard. Like, because I've heard the PNW is gorgeous, obviously, but as a person who's very sensitive to the light, I feel like I would just not have a good time. Also, you know what I forgot to do? Turn on my ring light. Hold on. Hold, please. Yay! Look how much better. I was like, why does my playback look so dark? Okay, everybody. As always, we will be watching season 1 of Perfect Match today. We're watching episode 11. If you are new here, hi. Thank you for coming. Mickey's a beauty YouTuber now? Absolutely, Ferns. I've always been a YouTuber. Um, as always, we have to have the overlay on the YouTube live or it gets taken down. So if you want to watch it without the overlay, you can go hang out with all of our friends on Discord. Shout out to everybody on Discord. Hi, how's it going? The Discord is accessible to all of our patrons, and you should get an automated email when you join the Patreon. And if you don't, there's a link posted at the top of the Patreon. Hello, mittens. Echelon has arrived right on time for her shift. That's not for you. This is my coffee. Therapeutic sun lamps are great. Yes, I've heard about that. YouTuber is right. Yes, exactly. Yes, Christine. Actually, you guys, we have a cat cam emote now. So if you're a channel member, yay, 70, yeah. We have a cat cam emoji now, and I'm very proud of it. I made it from scratch, and it's very cute. Also, I did update the size of all of the, baby, you're here. Hi, lovey. Aaron is not physically in the home today. So I'm flying solo, but I'm excited that he's in the chat. But I did update all of the sizes of all of the emotes, so they should be slightly larger because they were really hard to read before. So, hopefully that should help. So yeah, spam me with all of my emotes. Show me the beautiful things that I made so we can see if the sizes are better. Which is the other thing. Also, we did launch channel membership. So if you want access to all of our fun emotes and a bunch of other cool perks, then you can join the membership. There should be a join button like over here, somewhere below the video. Yay! The vibe's always so good. Jill, because we're fun here. Because we have a fun time. We're watching the last 2 episodes today. So there should be 2 episodes out. Yeah, 11 and 12. We are watching both of those today so that we can finish up this series and exercise this demon. And I have decided, by the way, we are streaming Love is Blind. So I need a fucking break before we do that because the rest of the episodes are coming out on the 24th. Or like the first drop of episodes are coming out on the 24th for Love is Blind. So Aaron is always in spirit everywhere, Gabby. He is. Vitamin D deficiency and I live in California. Oh, yes, I've had a vitamin D deficiency living in Arizona. And the doctor was like, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know, man. Yes, I know. I'm on Zoom e-learning with 24th graders. That is rough. Esoros, I am so sorry. Ooh, I just spit on my monitor. I'm gonna have to clean that later. All right. I think we're ready, Freddy. As always, I will be announcing the timestamps when we press play and press pause so that those of you who are watching with the overlay can watch with me at home if you want to sync your own Netflix on your own device. Hi, Chaotic Multi-Fandom. I'm excited you're here. Thanks for coming. Yes, Gab. I think everybody's gonna need a break from the Netflix fuckery. Oh my God, you guys. I saw a TikTok the other day, yesterday, and I have to tell you about it because it supports all of our theories about how the cast is like prodded into being nice to Nick Lachey. This man is like 5'2", apparently. I don't know if this is a joke. I saw a TikTok about it. I'm not sure if this is real. But if you look at the stills of him standing next to Vanessa on Love is Blind, the way that their knees are does not line up to support him being as tall or like slightly taller than her. I think they make him stand on a box. There are rumors that Nick Lachey stands on a box while they're filming Love is Blind, and it makes me so happy. Yes, Agnes, there's a new season of Love is Blind. They're doing season 4. I guess they've already filmed they filmed seasons 3, 4, and 5 like concurrently or like one right after the other. Hi, happy puppies. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so we're going to be watching season 4, and you better believe I'm going to have eagle eyes out for a fucking box. I'm going to be evaluating where his fucking joints are. I think that man is standing on a box, I really do. Or he's wearing lifts or something. Mm-hmm. Ferns, yes, the Meryl Streep shoes. I hope he's standing on an apple box. I hope so too, Gabby. I hope so too. All right, let's get into this episode. This one's only 38 minutes, and I don't understand why, but we're going to watch it. We're going to press play on episode 11 of Perfect Match Season 1 in 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, I didn't full screen that. Whoops. Oh, I've also decided I'm muting over the music because I'm over it. I'm over getting copyright claimed.
I want to go to bed.
Sounds hot.
No, we've had it all.
Yeah, this is where we left off last time. Thank you, Finley.
Yeah. I don't think I want to talk about the morning.
You don't want to talk to me in the morning?
Yeah.
Tense music playing. Listen. Also, this is so sketch that he just walked into Georgia and Dom's room and be like, hello? Excuse me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just grab my stuff out of here. Sorry.
Jane?
No, honestly, I can't get over the fact that what happened.
How can she celebrate 15 minutes after she did
Skip
cheat with
intro.
her ex-boyfriend and jumped in the pool and splashed me and laughed about the whole situation? She forgot about me that quickly and just jumped in the pool and like have fun?
Come sit for a bit.
Oh boy.
I've never seen this side of Shane before. What is
You
going
never
on?
watched Love is Blind? Oh, this aired at the same, or filmed at the same time that season 3 was airing. I take it back.
I just want to have fun with her.
Shane, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? And you can't let
Production sucks, that's why. Oh, the Netflix volume is super low?
I'm just trying to feel.
Hold, please.
told me 1,000 times tonight how I made you feel. It was even more embarrassing than when someone stood you up at the altar. That's not fair.
Is that fair?
You felt the need to pull me aside and to say to me,
Is that better?
you're a shit person.
Knowing you broke my heart, you jumped in the pool and celebrated and you laughed. I heard you laughing.
Right? So am I not allowed to laugh? Like, I'm sorry. I apologise. I acted the way I did, okay? But that's what I'm saying. You fucking move on from it or you don't.
Don't get in your head about things. It's not like that.
Oh my God. Grow up.
Oh boy.
So you guys stay in here and speak. I'll go speak to Chloe. You stay here.
Chloe, are you alright?
I don't
Was
understand
Shane on
what's going
season-
He walked in.
Was Shane
He
on
getting
season
all
2? I
this
can't
shit and
remember.
stuff. He's like, I'm probably gonna leave. And we're like, what?
Maybe he was season
She
2.
obviously fucking cares about you. You know she fucking cares. No, but
I know. Think about that for a second, right? If she's
Oh.
with two people that quickly.
That's why.
You were with
I
two
left the
people
speakers
before
on. Sorry,
her.
guys.
That's the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
thing of this.
I didn't leave her for someone else.
Okay, think about how Ines feels.
Is that
You were
better?
with Ines, and then you fucking bounced on her. Put it behind you. and
Emma, honestly,
accept
that's
what
fair.
happened and carry on with Chloe, or don't do that and fucking leave.
Exactly.
So I'm telling you, think about it first.
Okay,
But you have to
fine.
make the decision.
I will think about it. I will think about it, yes.
I want to
In
sleep
all
with you and Dom
honesty.
tonight because I'm not arguing all night.
Let him have his space then. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we can talk to him and we can
Maybe.
clear the
I
air.
just don't want it to escalate anymore because
No.
if it does, this
Yeah,
is a red
Firebird,
flag
it was the
and I'm not
speakers. I
doing
turned it off.
Yeah.
Should be better now. Okay, good. No! No music, Netflix. Eat my ass. Ugh. Fax machine.
That sounds like you working out.
Who's this? Oh, Damien and Francesca.
Why?
This is mine.
Listen, I don't want to listen to this music. Ew. What we're not going to do is shade people who use OnlyFans. Rude.
No.
Raspberry Italia, thank you.
Biggest camera in the room.
Mhm.
Calm it down.
They're like,
Which is
"Can we set this up
weird.
So people can do body shots.
They weren't joking, but I think we should actually just set that up.
You're so cool.
I know.
Yes, Finley, exactly.
I'm sorry, I had to split you and Dom up last night.
Like, I owe you and Dom for letting me sleep in your bed.
Honestly, anytime.
Oh my god.
I know if I was in that situation, you would have done the same.
I
Like,
would,
it's just-
yeah, I would.
it's-
After staying in the bed with
Sweet.
Georgia last night, so sad. Waking up in the morning about Shane. I was so adamant that Shane was my perfect match. And after last night unfolded,
I
don't
know, fax
anymore.
machine.
And now I'm scared because I don't know what's going to happen with me and Shane after this.
I would
Gross,
never
sorry.
speak ill of someone. You would never do that. I cared about so much. But like sometimes he kicks off because he wants attention. He doesn't.
Oh.
Like,
Low-key, she looks like Miley Cyrus right now.
So fucking awkward.
Shane, can we
Like-
talk?
Are we just not going to talk about it,
I
or
regret
what?
the way I handled the fight. It's just the feelings I have for her are so strong, and it was so fresh with her and
Honestly,
Mitchell.
Fransk, I'm here for
and
her
of course,
hairdo. I
it's so
think it's
fresh with
cute.
me getting left at the altar. I got scared. That's not how it was. It was all my fault.
Okay.
go on then.
No.
Say what you gotta say.
First of all, I apologize.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry for the way I handled everything. You know, obviously my last year was like kind of tough, like getting left at the altar. And then, no offense, like with what happened with, the Mitchell situation. So like, I'm really afraid and like, I got heartbroken, like let down.
I understand that.
And I got really scared when it happened because obviously the feelings for you are very strong.
Yeah.
It was very obvious. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have reacted that way, I don't think.
Yeah, I know,
And
I
like,
see
I
that.
wouldn't have at all, and I shouldn't have reacted that way. I get it. I still wish I would have handled it better, but that's just why. I guess I'm gonna tell you that's why I did what I did.
I know it's a hard situation that you're going through. And I feel like everyone in this house has had the time to experience different relationships, to kind of find out who their perfect match is. And like, I was put in a situation that was really tough, and it was the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life between you and my ex-boyfriend. So I feel like we've spoke about it like a few times, and like, the last thing I want to do is tread on eggshells around you and
Never.
and
That's the
to
last thing
think
I want.
like, has he forgiven me for what I've done? Has he not?
So I was freaked out, and I'm really sorry for the way I kind of handled the situation.
Thank you.
Please
I just
don't
want you
step
to
on
know
stuff.
that you can trust me, and
Go lay down.
I got your back.
All I wanted was an apology, and you've given me that. So
I mean, I owe you more than an apology.
Me being with Mitchell just made us stronger because I couldn't stop thinking about you when I was with him.
I can't deny my feelings for you. Like, I am still falling in love with you. I can't just switch my feelings off straight away.
This experience in a couple of days, that's all coming to an end. And with Chloe, it's like, I've never had a connection like this before in my entire life. I mean, I was self-sabotaging. I was basically trying to end it before she could end us. Like, I didn't want to get hurt again, so I thought I'd take it in my own hands. That's one thing I need to start working on in the future. But I think we're in a much better place. We just can't give up on this. I will do whatever it takes to make it work.
You make me really happy, though. You really do.
Oh, boy. Okay, so I want to talk about this. I think generally, as far as conflict resolution is concerned, this isn't the worst, honestly. Hi, Winnie. Thanks for coming. I appreciate that he led with an apology. He led with some accountability. He was like clear, like, this is my fault. I'm not trying to foist this off onto you. I don't super love the like, well, I wouldn't have reacted that way if I didn't care. Cause like, first of all, that's not true. Lots of people behave ways that are hurtful, because they don't care, or just because they're like mean or whatever. But also I think it's like problematic to tie those two things together. Ideally when we care about someone, we should want to be our best selves. And I'm not saying that this is like a shameful thing, cause it's not. Yes. Hello. Thank you. It's not a shameful thing. I think we've all had a meltdown or two in our time. But I do want to encourage people with apologizing to practice removing that from your vocabulary. Because really what we want to focus on is that, like, I do have strong feelings for you, and my like anxiety or attachment wounds or like fear caused me to behave in a way that isn't fair to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your negative or hurtful behavior is not a reflection of like you caring so much. It's a reflection of like the fear and the anxiety and like all the other stuff. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Christine, exactly. Hi, Jade. Thanks for coming. Apocalypse could be responsibility for their actions. What? Fax machine. I don't know if they're going to be together for long, but I think they can grow together, and that's pretty awesome. I know, Gabby, I saw a spoiler about it, and I won't spoil it for you guys, but I'm really over the like cast members posting stuff on their own personal social medias because it gets recommended to me, and I'm like, could you not? I wanted to wait until I finished the show. Yes, Jennifer. I took the chat off behind me because I was having a really hard time like situating my face perfectly, and it will show up in the replay because I have the little feature, like a little box checked for it. So everybody, hi, if you're watching the replay, by the way, everybody who's watching the replay can still see the live chat. So, all right, we are at 7:11. Timer at the end says 31:36, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Buddy, I love it. Give me those lips.
Yes, Fernsky, exactly. Also, we're turning that music off.
At the pool.
You and Francesca seem to be in a good place.
I'm really happy.
It's great.
I like her a lot, man. And it's like she's doing all these things behind closed doors too. Like I was walking out of the room this morning or whatever. She's like, "You come help me real quick. Can you help me with this?" And I was like, "Yeah." She comes over, she kisses me. And it's just like those are just like
the little things.
Yeah, just in my head a lot still, but our dates are great. Connection's real. I feel like there can definitely be more here. I wanted to be real outside of this too. Like, it could be a marriage down the road, right? But
have you talked to her about how you feel?
No. We've discussed it, and she's just like, I really like you a lot. Like, I'm really happy. Like, I wouldn't want to be here with anybody else. Like, so it's really good. And I feel like she has opportunities to date other people and be with other people, and she hasn't.
Yeah. She wants you.
Same. Did we just make the jump from we're enjoying our time in this all expenses paid reality TV show villa to let's get married? Because, like, hello? That's not a good idea. But also, are we just going to fast forward past the conversation where she said in the last episode that she could never be in a marriage that wasn't an open marriage or like an open relationship? Hello? Thank you, Echelon. You really don't have to lick me so much. It's really a lot. She looks very offended by that suggestion. Yeah, that's weird. And I, just in the hopes of educating, really want to discourage people from doing the thing where we pressure ourselves into like continually upping the ante in our relationships. If you're happy and you're comfortable just dating or being, like boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, do that. Like there's not a real reason other than like taxes. If you want to get married for taxes, that's super valid. But you don't have to get married if you don't want to, is the point that I'm making. The game where the assistant is tied to a spinning wheel and the main performer throws knives. Don't give Netflix any ideas, Fax Machine, because they are really, for real, I think they'd be like, okay, we could do that. All right, 7:56, and the timer at the end says 30:45. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I love Damien. This kid's got the biggest heart in the world, and he is crazy about Francesca. And I think she likes him a lot more now. They say they see a future with each other. I'm down for this.
I want to take her on like a really nice date before I leave here, because like I know she's got a lot she's got to go back to. So I want to like give her one last great night here.
That's great. We like that.
That's cute.
Yeah.
No music. We are not here for the music, Netflix. We're here for the show. Get it together.
Grab a seat.
What are we doing today?
Does he have a box?
Great.
Look, you can never see his feet. He's standing on the
Since
rocks.
we're nearing the
Stop
end of
it
this whole
right now. Stop it right now. He's standing on the rocks in the planter. He's not standing on the regular ground. I can't take
the
it.
The vibe in the house is people are trying to really solidify things with their existing match.
Oh my
but
God.
how do you really know if you're a super
He really
solid,
just be
perfect
standing
match
on
or
stuff.
not? Nick Lachey comes in
make himself
and
appear
that
taller.
means one thing and one thing only. It's gonna be a little plot twist.
Is he
You
barefoot,
guys
friends?
dying to hear what I have to say.
Oh, no,
today.
he's not barefoot. Oh, boy.
Well, looking at these 6 couples, it is very obvious to me there are some strong romantic connections happening here. But the question is, have you found
Is it clear?
your perfect match? So guys, today we've invited some familiar faces to come and join us. Everybody, come on in.
Rude.
Come on down. Let's go.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I
Ines.
am back, guys. I'm ready to stir some things up.
Oh, boy. They're so cute. I don't know. Can someone Google how tall Nick Lachey is? I'm going to Google it. Oh, no. We're letting the music play. Ah. Oh, no.
In one mindset alone, and I am doing and talking
That
to
one's getting
whoever I want.
copyrighted.
Like,
Damn
I
it.
have no boundaries.
Buckle up because Savannah is back, baby.
Boy.
Talk to Savannah. Okay.
Oh, God. Yes, cheering. We love that. How tall is Nick Lachey?
Yeah, we're shutting it down.
This says that Nick Lachey is 5'9".
Shutting it
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Oh God, now things just got a little bit intense. This is literally the last thing that I wanted.
First of all,
Oh, because
to all
Mitchell's
the
here?
singles,
Yeah.
welcome back.
That's valid.
You all were asked to
Yes.
come
How
here for a
tall
chance
is
to
Vanessa
find love.
Lachey?
Your perfect match. As you all know, our time here together is coming to an
Vanessa
end.
Lachey is 5'7".
This is it. It's your last chance to lay your cards on the table, to say anything you want to say. It's your chance
boy.
to maybe start a new connection or possibly rekindle an old one. To
Oh,
ultimately have
God.
a shot at leaving here with your perfect match.
I know, Ferns. I heard
Now,
that.
as we all know, there are 6
It's rough.
suites here at the villa, and right now 6 couples occupying those suites.
Hell yeah.
Anyone left without a partner, at the end of the night, will have to leave here alone. Tonight could be
Sam,
the biggest
super fair.
test of your relationship.
That's what
or
I'm saying,
the biggest
Gabby. There's no
validation.
way. Nick
Anything
Lachey, can you just get it
can
together?
happen.
Like, let's
All
go.
these people come in looking fresh, and let me tell you what I know. They're coming in to test every single one of our relationships, as they should. Some of these relationships are a little rocky right now. Some
Why
would
does
say a little
Carousel
bit
look
more
so
than rocky,
nervous?
And these people are looking real
Her and
good.
Joey literally
So
haven't
I think
taken their
tonight's
eyes or their
mixer is
mouths
gonna
off
be
each
a
other
little
this
bit
entire
fiery,
time.
If I was gonna make a prediction.
Oh boy.
Anyone who's in a couple at the end of tonight will wake up tomorrow with a massive decision to make.
The show is the worst,
Each
Natty.
member
Also, hi.
of
Thanks for
each
coming.
couple will have to decide if you found someone you can see a real future with, or
doubt
you'll break up and go your separate ways. At the end of the day tomorrow, we will all gather again to cast your vote for who you think is the perfect match.
Wow.
Guys,
Why does Georgia
good
sound
luck.
so surprised by that?
Here's the love. Let's get it.
Yes, Kelly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. No music. Hi, Chase. Look at Diamond in her cute little dress.
We have to, and you have to. Trust you, you trust me.
Aw, see, that's the energy. Hold on, pause. I want to contrast the reaction that we saw Francesca have with the reaction that we saw Georgia have. Also, why? I keep leaving the cat cam on while the cat's not here. One couple said, we have to talk to everybody. Like, let's go do it. Let's like really put this to the test. Yes, we do stand Georgia. I love her. Her and Dom are great. I know. Never mind. I think they're great. I love them together. And then we see Francesca and Damien, and Francesca just whispers under her breath, if you talk to Savannah, I'll kill you. I think we actually talked about this on the After the Altar episode from Love is Blind season 1, where, what is his name? Amber and Barnett literally said to Jessica, oh, I'm not allowed to talk to you. Like, that's not a good sign. If our relationship is only stable or safe because we've actively prohibited our partner from speaking to certain people, engaging in certain activities, that is an issue and like very much something worth addressing. And also probably not actually about that person. It probably has nothing to do with Jessica or Savannah and a lot more to do with like what's going on internally. Yes, hello. She comes in here every time I yell. I think she thinks that I'm upset. I think she's coming in here to be emotional support. Amber and Matt and Jessica. Yes. Okay. 12:41. Timer at the end says 26:04. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
That toxic. When you were here, we were so dysfunctional.
I might be an asshole, but I'm loyal.
Hello. Please come over here.
How is
No.
Everything's good right now. I'm with Abby right now. Yeah.
Have you got a drink? Looks like you're shorting.
I'm shorting. I'm
Also,
shorting.
I made you-
Absolutely.
I mean, I haven't had an easy ride in here. I got turned down by Baptiste, but I feel like we definitely vibe. We get on so well, and I feel like we've got unfinished business. Should we cheers?
Come on, Cameron.
Oh, I did mine. I thought you already done it.
No, I'm doing it right now.
I didn't think I'd be
I'm
cheering
right now.
YouTube, but it's fine. Did you have fun while you were here?
I wish I could tell my cat to
I
sit.
had fun until he came along.
Everyone's got to mingle.
Yes, Sam, exactly.
I'm not mingling. No, I don't want to. I don't want to mingle. Should we just be like...
Please lay down.
I'm like this.
Lay down. Thank you.
I've learned after like last night's argument with Chloe, like, you know, I just have to trust her. If I don't trust her, then yeah, then there's gonna be a problem.
No.
Okay.
Stay away.
Hold on. Pause.
Sorry, Metro, but
I want to address that. Because I think this is like useful self-reflection. He basically just acknowledged that the problem that they had last night was because of his own insecurity and not because of another person. And I think this is like good learning to be doing. I want to pet the cat, but I'm just gonna leave her alone. Okay. Yes, always too much alcohol on this freaking show. 13:44. The timer at the end says 25:06. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Fracking worried. Fracking, whatever it is. I don't know. It's not a word. I don't care what it is. Homeboy.
Honestly, Shane, same.
We taking shots over here or what? What's up, girl?
I don't like people in
doing?
general.
I'm
Fair
good.
enough.
Everything is crazy though.
There's been a few switcheroos.
Anybody else want a tequila shot with us?
I could talk to Damien.
I don't really know too much about Damien. I know he's currently matched with Francesca at this point, but I see his wandering eyes. He may be sitting next to Francesca, but he's looking at me.
At this point, it just feels like Savannah and Francesca hate each other. Like, it's not actually about
I
the
can tell
men.
that just my mere presence made Francesca uncomfortable. I think it's funny how I threaten her when I just sit there and exist.
How's it going, ladies?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, actually.
How's your adventure?
Oh no. Oh no.
It's been a ride. I think that brings out a lot of different sides of everybody. But
God.
Do you think your shit is being tested?
it's just being tested every day I'm in this house.
Okay, wait. Actually, this is a really good point. Hold, please. Jessica just said Francesca wants an open marriage, which requires trust and good communication. Talk to a woman I don't like and I'll kill you. Way too aggressive and doesn't make sense. This is a valid contradiction, actually, and like something worth noting. Yes. Well, and I think for a lot of people, the idea of an open marriage or like open relationship or like, you know, non-exclusivity is scary, you know, which is super valid because like our culture has like we've normalized monogamy to like a pretty high degree. And so for a lot of people, it's like scary and uncomfy, but also there's like a self-esteem thing. Like we feel like our self-worth is sort of wrapped up in a partner choosing us exclusively. And so not wanting to be in an open relationship is like super fair. Like this is not a thing that calls to all people. However, I would like to point out that if you are a person who says, I want to be in a relationship where we're not exclusive with each other or where we're dating other people or like have that understanding, that requires a fair amount of personal work, a fair amount of confidence, a fair amount of trust, and also like really, really well-developed communication with a partner, because communicating about our time, our schedules, our emotions, our wants, our needs with one partner is a lot. But then being able to do that with that partner while they're also simultaneously doing that with other people is like a pretty tall order. There are like whole ass therapists. There's actually like a whole ass practice here in Tucson that specializes in helping people with like alternative relationships. Cause it's difficult, you know, they don't seem to be really talking, do they? Who? Francesca and Damien? Gemma Bell, I'm sorry you have a meeting. Yes, Raspberry, exactly. And this is not uncommon too. Sometimes people talk about wanting to be in an open relationship and really what they mean is that I want to be given like permission to date and have sex with other people. But I don't want you to do that, which is not actually what an open relationship is. That I think probably skews closer to like a commitment issues, side of things than it does like a genuine belief that like people are not intended to be monogamous, you know, or at least like I, you know, like as a person, if you were not intended to be monogamous. Okay, same. I would watch the shit out of these shows if there was real fucking couples therapy and like an actual breakdown. Like they could double the fucking length of this show if they just added a therapy breakdown episode in between every episode. Like I would watch the fuck out of that, Netflix. Please make that show. Well, that literally comes up on Poly and Relationship Help Reddit all the time. I didn't even know that there was I guess that's not surprising. Reddit has a subreddit for everything. She even said in the beginning she just wants someone obsessed with her. Yeah, Agnes, I think maybe that's probably closer to what the truth is. But for, you know, the sake of educating, you can have an open relationship and that be healthy. Let's not shame people who want to have open relationships just because Francesca is speaking about it in a way that is like incongruent. Okay, we are at 14:44 and the timer at the end says 24:02. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
So you can tell us the truth.
Yeah. After I've been stressful situation.
And oh my god, like a therapy match show, that's incredible.
You had a twerk off? Yeah. I heard everybody done seen your butt.
Oh, Damien, I need to see how white your ass is. For science, can I see your ass cheeks?
Whenever you have a moment.
When you have a moment,
Okay.
we would love to see your ass cheeks.
Yeah, I don't think they're that white, but they're built.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
So, it's a good fit. I like it.
Thank you, thank you.
I know you guys were platonic before, so by coming to the house, is that how you started seeing her as more than a friend?
Who, Francesca?
Mhm.
Yeah, on our date.
That's
our first
crazy
date.
because she told me that I was weird for trying to date a friend that I had. She
Yeah.
came at me sideways.
Savannah
She tried
is
to be harsh,
shit-stirring
but
right
her
now.
words were neither impressing nor were they insulting.
So
Jamie said,
going into
yeah.
tonight, where's your mind at? Yeah.
Francesca, but that's the thing. If we're meant to be, like, we'll end up back together then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All these singles are coming back in the house that seem really familiar that I've met before, but there's still one or two I haven't met. I haven't met Ann Sophie, I haven't met Savannah, but even though everyone looks beautiful, I know like I still want Francesca.
Oh my God, Savannah's talking to Damien. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Disrespect me like that, you piece of shit. Savannah comes and tries to swoop in. Like, what are you doing? You're embarrassing. Go away. Go home. Stop flirting with him. He doesn't want you. It's just pissing me off.
Okay, pause. The other thing about this that I think is worth noting is that this reaction that Francesca is having to Savannah is Savannah being a shit stirrer. Kind of. But also, that's the brief, babe. Like, I'm confident that production told all of these people who were like the singles, go in there, fuck shit up. Like, your job is not to be like a visitor here and to just watch people be in their relationships. Like, your job is to evaluate whether you want to try to swoop in and like get your last chance at being a perfect match. Because I'd like to remind everybody that also part of the premise of this show is winning. So like, Savannah is doing the thing that production has probably poked and prodded her to do. Second of all, this perpetuates the idea that when a male partner cheats, it's the female person that he cheated with's fault. That's fucked up. The responsibility of honoring the boundaries and the limits and like the agreement in a relationship is on the people who are in a relationship. This is like an anti-feminist and misogynistic take, and I don't love that. So I just want to encourage everybody, like infidelity and cheating and like violating trust and boundaries, like all of that is really fucking hard. But the grief and like the beef that you have is with the person who violated that agreement with you, not the person that they violated it with. Savannah's embracing production suggestion. But honestly though, like that's their fucking job. And like, I don't blame her also. Cause like, I think the writing on the wall is pretty clear. There's probably not anybody who's going to switch at this point. But like, if this were me and I knew that my chance at like winning the show is dwindling, and like really there's nothing else to do, you better believe I'm going to cause some drama. Like I want the tea. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to get lit the fuck up and like stir some shit up a little bit, you know? Also, I don't think it's, unfair or like disingenuous to say that a fair amount of these people probably chose to be on the show because they enjoy and are aware that the notoriety that they get from it is like quite literally lucrative to them. You know, like these people leverage their social media presences for brand deals and to make money. So the more notable you are on the show, the more like face value you have, the more valuable you are to advertisers. Like that's not like shitty or like fucked up to say. Like it's just true. And for people who make their living this way, like I don't blame her for wanting to do that. I really don't. Savannah is such a mood. Yes. She's method acting. All right, we're at 16:09. Timer at the end says 22:35. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It's amazing. I love it here.
Do you?
This room is no one's knocked. Nary a
You want to talk? I thought I just
Yeah,
heard
let's
you
go
say
talk.
that. Come here, you little demon.
Oh
go
boy.
hide.
Look, I'm gonna wait till no cameras around. I'm like, fuck, you look good. Shit, you can't give me saying nothing on camera.
Yes,
What's
baby,
she
and
doing, Savannah?
exactly.
I have beef with her.
Oh my God, Queen Bee. Yeah, I definitely just knew I needed to talk to you because I missed you.
Oh boy.
Something about that energy.
Savannah and Fran are a perfect match.
Did you ever openly make it more well known if you were ever interested in me like that?
You saw me looking at you?
A lot of people look at me.
You saw me looking. I know you did.
I even said something about her. I said, I swear to God, unless I'm crazy, she's eye fucking me a lot.
I was.
Yeah, Zozo,
Wish
see?
that didn't turn
That's
me
what
on.
I'm saying.
But it does. I think I made a mistake when I first got in the house. And I was like too analytical instead of truthfully like going with what I feel. Because you know what I honestly thought? I'm like, no way she's that fucking dope, that intelligent, that understanding, that insightful, and looks like that? Bullshit. She's just super manipulative.
People tend to think that about me.
But that's the number one mistake I made. And the more and more I got to know you, the more and more I got to like understand your personality, everything about you. I'm like, no way. Damien doesn't know her at all. I want you to look me in the
That's a
face
hell
right
of a
now
thing
and
to say.
You even feel 75% about that relationship.
I like made a promise to the relationship to give it a full go before we cut it off.
But does that ultimately make you happy? Like, is that the type of relationship you want?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a convincing
Francesca
yes.
and Damien. I never believed that was a perfect match.
Oh boy.
I respect
Also, I have
Francesca's
a hair on-
pursuit
oh, I
to
have
see
cat
it
hair
through
everywhere.
in a relationship. But like, damn,
Yeah, this is kind of manipulative.
I don't get it.
Go top, go top. Go top. Yes, with a long night.
Well, now I have you. Yeah, you're good. Can you grab me by the arm and make me feel cute?
I won't.
Can we go to these cute, adorable little
Cute
hammocks?
and
I won't.
Absolutely.
Francesca is obviously my personal fan favorite, but math is not going to line up. So,
Oh,
you know,
boy.
I'm a thinker, and I have to find a perfect match. So it really comes down to Abby, and it's that simple. When you first showed up with
just that.
Francesca,
Okay.
you wouldn't stop talking about her.
Oh my God. Listen.
No,
Francesca,
no,
okay,
no,
can
no.
I explain myself? When it comes to Francesca, I had a crush on her already. Like
Yeah.
going into this, like I was like, oh my God, that's Francesca.
Yeah, Franz,
I was just
exactly.
like on top of the world. I was like, it's like as if, I don't know.
But
Just
you
like,
deserve to feel on top of the world when you're with somebody. If you just don't feel it with somebody, you don't want to be the one who's, you know, when we get out of here, everyone's like, yeah, we knew that wasn't going to work.
Jennifer, they are.
I'm not saying like Bartiz doesn't make me feel good. He does, definitely. To me, it's
Well,
just
feel
more of,
good's
like,
cool. So does like sushi sometimes.
oh my God, William, you are such an instigator. Jesus Christ, you're in here like.
Cool, you want to make out? No, I'm kidding. A little.
I mean, it is
I
like
think
manipulative
everyone
and
can play
shit
the
stirring,
game.
but also.
I mean, I respect it. I respect
I'm not
the move.
surprised. Yeah.
You know, plant some doubts, get in there. I went into this night wanting to match with Bartiz at the end of it, so I'm kind of
Which is
swerving
an interesting
everyone.
choice, but no
I don't know. I
disrespect.
like guys that like work out. I like guys that can dress.
There's a house full of them here. There's a house full of them.
Will does
I just
cut
go after
people
guys
off.
that look different. Sorry.
You know what? And I
So you were in the house when I had already left.
matched with Izzy the first night, chose Inez the second night. She ended up going on a date and matched with Will. So then I got out of the house. And then I came back in on a blind date with Diamonds and ended up matching with Abby. And me and Abby have been through it. too.
Damn, that's kind of a lot of people that you
I
ran
know,
through.
I mean, that's the show.
No, you didn't. Yeah, do you think Abby's gonna leave you for?
No, I
My
don't
God.
No, I'm not worried about Abby. I think we're solid.
That's good. That's good.
Savannah does seem interested in me, and she looks good, but Abby is who I'm interested in, and I'm happy with where I'm at.
Okay. No music. We're not doing it, Netflix. Get out of here. They play the music sometimes between these scenes for so long. Like, literally, what is the reason?
I was just sitting there.
Even though I'm currently matched with LC and things are going really well, still in the back of my mind is Francesca because I tried to match with her on day one. We had a phenomenal conversation. It was flirty, it was fun, it was exciting, and I don't want to have any regrets. So it's still sort of just in the back of my mind, like, should you really try this out? You never had a chance. And that's why I'm a bit torn
I
right
mean,
now
like,
between her and
whatever.
How you doing? Long time no talk.
I think everybody has manipulated someone on this show, to be perfectly fair.
You tell me, where's your head at first?
I appreciate
What
the
are
fact
those
that
two
you're
doing?
with
Just sitting in
Damien,
silence?
But you're also on my mind too. Obviously, I tried to match with you day one, but at least from my point of view, I felt like we did click a bit. I would be lying.
Hold on. Why are we calling me abuelita? What's going on with that? I'm not that fucking old. What the fuck is going on? I saw that in the chat earlier and I was like, whatever. And I saw it again. What is going on here? Do I need to get like a wig now? Do I need to get like a gray wig and dress up like what is her name? Alma from Encanto? Is that what we're doing? Because the grandma from Coco says no music. Oh my God, that's what y'all are off. Listen, I am, after the stream is over, I'm editing my face onto her body and I'm putting it up on the channel page. That's my new profile pic for all my socials. All right, we're at 21:25. Timer at the end says 17:23. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Wonder like what would have happened if we had actually matched that night.
Carolina,
Because,
not
never got to really
exactly.
explore it.
It wouldn't
It's
be
hard
exactly
because,
ethical,
like,
but
Damien and I are at like a good space right now. So.
But obviously, if you like, you're like super solid, then whatever. Hey, Izzy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I feel like a lot of people are pursuing me tonight, but I think Damien's definitely my
Oh, boy.
match. And we're not interested in.
all right, I'll be your abuela.
getting
I'm
to know
fine with
anyone else
that.
but each other. So, sorry. We will continue this.
Izzy enters, and that's that. The conversation is done. I felt like Francesca
anybody
was giving me some
surprised,
flirty
though,
eyes. Maybe
at
it was
this
wishful
point?
thinking.
Like,
I don't know, but
what is
gonna
there
move
to
on.
gain?
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously my head's all over the face. You know, I'm like,
Yeah, same.
I want to see how like the situation with you. We've obviously tried it, and I wanted to see
Finley, exactly.
if there was still that thing there.
I'm definitely mainly between Francesca and Elsie.
It went from maiden to crone overnight.
The timing.
Fine.
Thank you, Raspberry. Honestly, I'm fine with
You
being
matched
old also. I'm
Artiste
not
instead of me.
worried about that.
Yeah. And I want to put it out there that I'm really sorry about that situation. Genuinely, like, I would never have wanted you to leave.
I forgive you. Every conversation I've had with Izzy has been
Hyperfluous,
very
same.
honest
What
and
is the
upfront, which
prize?
something that I
What
really
are we
like
winning?
about her. But
I need
in
to
my
know.
point of view, we've kind of already been there,
Nick
done
is kinda
that.
thirsty.
Maybe the timing wasn't right for that, but I don't want to sort of reopen that can of worms. But it's like right now I've barely gotten to
Tito
know
Abuela.
Elsie, so it's like now
I mean, but
is
they
sort
all
of the
get
time
famous,
that I'm
though.
still keeping options open. Who knows what's gonna happen?
You're putting all your eggs into Bartice's basket.
Look at this
What
man
happens if he, like,
making
goes-
rounds. My God.
Is there no one else you're interested in?
No. Should we have a chat? Should we have a chat? Have a chat. Have a chat.
Who's he talking to now?
Izzy.
You're just gonna let
Oh,
that
boy.
keep running on and on, or you want to?
It's fine. I think, honestly, like, me trying to interfere at all is a really bad sign.
Correct.
I think we're solid, but, like, you know.
And if you're not, then you weren't solid in the first place, and you intervening is not going to help.
I you with Abby, and I've been told by multiple people that.
Also, I'd like to address this really quickly, like this fallacy that if you intervene and keep your partner faithful, or like prevent them from violating your guys' agreement, by like being in their presence or threatening them or whatever, and like that means that your relationship's healthy. Like, no, it doesn't. You should be able to trust your partner being a good partner to you even when you don't have your eyes on them. So like, there's just not a way that being this like hyper vigilant, super aggressive partner works out in a relationship. Also too, can we just talk about the fact that these people, like, I get it, I respect it, like I understand why people are doing it, but also even if you okay, let's say that Nick manages to con Francesca into being his perfect match for today, right? Who in their right fucking mind at the end of the show is going to go, actually, you know what? My vote for perfect match is Nick and Francesca. Like, who's doing that? No one's going to vote for you. So even if you match with someone, you're not going to win. The watching your partner so they don't cheat feels like the cat owners. Yes. Yeah, exactly. What is keeping someone faithful? Like, that means that, yes, Natty, exactly. Like, if you have to keep your partner faithful, then they're not faithful in the first place. Like, there was never trust there to begin with. I'm only watching for the cat now. I know, look at her. She's so cute. But for real, I think the only couple who would have a fucking shot in hell at like actually getting voted perfect match if they were to match on the last second would be Ines and Dom, because everybody I think is like obsessed with Ines and Dom and they love them and they would vote for them. They might be able to compete with Joey and Carousel, but like every fucking buddy else in the show, let's be honest, nobody's gonna win. Like, you can't win against that. I'm sorry. Especially like being a couple at the last second. No one is gonna respect that because they've put in all this effort and time to like work on their relationships and stuff, right? So like no one's voting for you. I don't understand this. I don't understand like what the long game is, you know? Ines and Dom, yeah, I would lose it. Holding on to sand. Yes, exactly. Okay, we're at 23:36. Timer at the end says 15:09. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It's like very fresh,
It's very fresh, yeah.
and you're gonna like do the girlfriend and boyfriend thing.
I feel strong.
Dry
it feels
learn,
comfortable,
exactly.
It feels fun.
Comfortable.
Yeah, the comfortable. You don't like that
We
word?
love comfortable, don't we?
When it's so fresh. It's comfortable is like a must.
Yeah, but it clearly isn't between
Jill,
like,
yes,
the
me
situation
too.
me and you. Comfortable wasn't enough. I am excited to see Bartice. I feel like we've definitely
Plastic
got some
cup in the
unfinished
pool.
business. We got on
Awful.
really well. As soon as we met each other, we had a good connection. I showed him how I felt, and he completely blindsided me, and I want him to know it was a big mistake.
So why are you talking to him?
Do you know what is toxic? Someone making out to you like, you know, we're going to be in this together, and then not picking you.
Well, how did you feel walking in the door today? Were you like, I need to talk to that guy?
I
Yeah, I think
genuinely
Ines is just
thought
chilling.
like me and you had a thing, so it kind of upset me a little bit because our chats
No, it was real.
that we had, I thought were genuine, and I was
They
like,
were.
it was all fake. Like,
I did think of you during my like downtime. I was like, oh, did I really put her through that? Like, is she fuming at me right now? Like, how is she feeling?
I
Thank you,
obviously, like,
Fabian.
kissed you that night.
She's my baby.
I was like,
this is it. Like, we're gonna see what happens.
I love that she's just staring at you guys.
And then I just zapped it.
You just went, no.
Right, so I destroyed your mindset of thinking that would be good together.
No, well, clearly, otherwise I wouldn't be sat here now.
Oh, no.
You would know if I was done. What do you feel about it? After me saying all this.
Bartise is so easily swayed. Like, hello? She didn't even have to try that hard.
Me and Izzy are communicating like crazy through this difficult conversation that I have been dreading to have. I was fully prepared for her to come in here just like guns blazing, like, screw you, Bartise, I don't want to talk to you. But no, she's understanding, she's being very mature, and I'm very attracted to her, so she's making it tough. She's making it really, really tough.
Okay, listen, I don't want to throw shade at anybody because everyone will come into and out of relationships in their own place, in their own skill, with communication and conflict resolution, et cetera, right? However, if this is the bar for communicating like crazy, which is basically just not reading him to filth, bad sign. I don't have high confidence about what Bartise's communication skills look like in other relationships then, because this is a pretty mid-level conversation in like most aspects, right? Like, this isn't especially difficult. We're not discussing like a giant breach in trust. We're not discussing, I don't know, like infidelity or a secret child or like, I don't know, fucking your best friend, right? Like, this is a pretty mid conversation as far as difficulty goes, in my opinion. Especially because these people weren't like coupled for any meaningful amount of time. I don't want to take away the hurt that Izzy felt, because like very much valid, very much allowed. But her having beef with Bartise is, like I said, it's not like, you know, two best friends that had a falling out and didn't speak for 5 years or something. Like, this is not really that high stakes. And for Bartise to see or to say like, this is crazy how good she's communicating with me. Like, sir, what does your communication in other relationships look like? Like, hello? Like, who are you communicating with worse than this? That's just not a good sign. I'm just saying. Yeah, Christine, honestly, that's fair too. Yes. Hannah, same. Oh, Echelon, don't leave, little kitty. Ratties. You guys. I hope Izzy just using Bartise for camera time. I hope so too, Pterodactyl Pie. Also, hi, I didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming. I keep forgetting Izzy is 22. Whoa, Izzy's 22? I would not have guessed that. I don't know why. I think, you know what it is? I think it's because I'm old now. I think everyone on these shows, I just burped, sorry, is my age. And that's not true anymore. Like, I remember watching these shows when I was like in high school or like early college and being like, wow, 25 is so mature. And then like now as an almost 30-year-old, I'm like, the people on the show are 22. Did they get a parent permission slip to be here? Isn't Bartise 25? Is he 25? I don't know. Yes. Echelon would like to reward you all with 5 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact. All right. We're at 25:48. Timer at the end says 12:54. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
My mind's more open now. I don't know. This is like, I don't know what I feel right now.
That was a weird laugh.
Went through as a
Okay,
friend.
here we go.
Okay, not even someone that's trying to get with you right now, Francesca. Is it physical or is it really something that you emotionally?
She said, I don't get it. Why do you like her?
Do you think she is too?
My relationship with Francesca is already better than it was with Giannina.
I think you love her and you always watching for her. You're looking for her right now. Who else over there? Oh, there's Francesca.
I'm gonna have like
Oh,
I'm gonna have a
boy.
deep talk with Francesca tonight.
Yeah, your face is red right now.
I am looking forward to like experiencing like life outside of here with Francesca. A girl like her really deserves to have a special moment. Here it is. Tonight's the night. It's time to take that next step.
I love you.
Me having looked at Francesca's Instagram already, this didn't age well. But also, I think this might be a helpful moment to have a conversation about the difference between being infatuated and being in love with someone. It's kind of difficult to quantify love, right? Like, it's a amorphous thing. Bye, Alicia. Thank you for coming. Diamond is so sweet, Jill. Have we talked on here at all about Dom being condescending to the black women on the show? No. Is he? Mean Girls, why do you like her? Yes, Agnes, that was exactly what I thought too. Oh, Sam, thank you. That's so sweet. No, Natty, exactly. It does kind of feel like he's proposing a little bit, which is odd. There, like I said, love and being in love with someone is like a difficult thing to quantify. But I'm hesitant to label a very short relationship in a very high pressure environment with a high amount of like scarcity and fear and anxiety. And also like the awareness that you're being perceived 24/7 lends itself to really truly being in love in a way that can create a healthy and long lasting relationship for like years and years. Right. It's just weird. Oh my God, my cat saw your cat. Oh, Eshela just left. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think Damien is probably infatuated with Francesca, and like is very excited about the idea of somebody like Francesca liking him, but I don't know that they're actually in love. I think this is just like a good moment to pause and encourage people to do like reflection about that. You know, like if you're in your own relationships, if you find yourself in this place of like seeing someone as larger than life, that's not a good sign. Ideally, we should be in love with people that we see as people for all of their faults and flaws and like, you know, not ideal behaviors and things like that, and choosing to love them regardless of that. And like because of those things, but not because you just like put this person up on a pedestal and they like exist in a different plane of existence than you. I know, Celine. Hopefully Ashlyn will come back. All right, we're at 26:42. Timer at the end says 12:06. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
And hook me up with somebody who's single.
How do you living?
Diamond.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in like detention or something.
The after school special? Yeah, I'm actually your social
Christine,
studies teacher.
I know.
Principal?
Yeah. You did a very bad girl, Francesca. Last time I was in here, I missed. Okay, I overcalculated on a couple things, but I call bullshit when I see bullshit. Francesca and Damien's relationship, what a joke. I'm just gonna do what I've always done, and I'm gonna test the relationship. Seen a lot of changes since my last time here.
This is Chase, Christine.
Just trying to get caught up on.
What was your last day here? What happened?
It was the day with Dawn.
Oh yeah, when Georgia picked on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I matched with Damien, Georgia matched with Dom. I matched with Abby, and then I matched with Damien again. And then Abby's with Bartiz, and
Talk about a roller coaster.
yeah.
The show sounds very overwhelming to be on.
Yeah, for a few days, yeah.
How's that?
It was good, but she got upset that I kissed Carousel.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I guess that was a deal breaker for her.
And you're with Damien?
Mm-hmm. Back with Damien.
I don't know how to say this, but like, you just don't strike me as the type, you know?
The type to what?
To date somebody like that.
He's amazing.
Yeah. I'd be lying to you if I wasn't saying like, yo, like we could be a perfect match. So,
Me and you.
Yeah, of course, Heck.
I never know what you're up to.
Oh God.
Regardless of what happens, you know, we all come back here and we vote on this thing for whoever the hell wins. I would just really hate to see somebody who's not a match win this thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a lot of
Colored string board. Oh my God, honestly.
I would never settle.
I think the real villain is definitely Francesca. She has a way of charming people to get them to do whatever it is that she wants. Maybe you went too far, especially because I know Frankie and I know her type.
Do you?
I don't see it. Speaking of the devil.
Hate to interrupt you guys, but if I could borrow Francesca for a few moments.
Yeah, no, I'm actually just coming up with it. I'm just kidding. I'm wrong. You guys might be in love. Maybe I don't know everything.
I mean, he's not the only one who thinks that, clearly.
I was odd timing. I was like, I need to talk to Damien soon, and then you walked up.
Mine and Francesca's relationship's already been tested, I feel like, in more ways than it needs to be. But we're still back together.
Oh, he's so drunk.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere.
Oh, he is
Giving me like really just like good, solid relationship vibes. At the end of the day, I'm secure with where her and I are at. This is it. I think like part of falling for somebody is giving them all of you. It's been a crazy night, huh?
What does that mean?
Is this them matching or what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yes. Drodlin, exactly.
Just want to have a few minutes with you.
Okay.
Like, what is this meant to be? Are those acrylic rose petals, Damien?
Want to have a few minutes just to talk to you. I've been processing a lot of things. We've been
She
challenged
looks
a
like
lot
she has the ick
through
so
a lot
bad.
of, like, difficult up and downs. I feel like our energy's like super great together. Like, we really pull out the best in each other, even like in the hardest times. And it still reassures me that at the end of the day, it's you. And tonight, I wanted to ask you to be my girlfriend.
Oh, no. Oh, no. She's going to say no. Oh.
I've been thinking about this a lot, to be honest.
Oh, God.
About us. Like, there's no one else here for me. I know that there's not. And I didn't want to leave this house with anyone that I wasn't like 100% certain on, because leaving here in a relationship is like so risky to me, and I don't want to do it unless I'm 100% certain.
It does kind of feel
But
that way, that he confused what show he's on.
I don't know if we would work outside of this house.
I already like wanted to commit to you outside of this, and it's
You
like,
know, why? Like, what do you even like about me?
What don't I like about
I
you?
think you like that I'm like attractive, but like we were so bad in that compatibility challenge, and we don't sit down and have like in-depth conversations about anything. I don't know if you know me like deep down, and I don't know if I know you deep down.
I'm not going to lie. I respect the shit out of this.
Respect that.
So I'm sure I can't like keep moving forward, you know?
I didn't realize that's sort of like where you were at, but like it's.
I know
getting
it's
to
my fault for not communicating this sooner.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, especially after the Vile Files interview, I like feel for her in some ways. No music, Netflix. Yeah, I feel bad for her. Listen, if Netflix doesn't stop playing this fucking music so that we can listen to what they're saying.
Yep. I'm taking the whole
So
bottle.
she grabs the whole bottle. Yeah, okay, so listen, I want to talk about this because, first of all, after seeing some of the Vile Files interview with Francesca, again, I would just like to highlight for everybody here that these shows are a fucking sham. Almost none of what we actually see is real. There's so much like poking and prodding and manipulating that the producers are doing, especially the Netflix one. We know for a fact that Netflix has aggressively manipulated the footage on Love is Blind, on this show, on like a bunch of their other like proprietary shows or whatever, like the shows that they own, to push a narrative that they want the audience to believe. Like we saw this in the After the Altar episode for season 3 of Love is Blind, where they made it look like Mallory was like whipping her head around to look at where Sal was going. And actually they had just fucking reversed the footage. She didn't actually look that way. And they thought that nobody would catch it, and they fucking did. There's a lot of lying that goes on production's behalf. Yes, and the editing, all of that kind of stuff. And also, like, is it important for somebody to communicate, like, I don't see a future with you long term? Yes, of course. In a typical relationship, that's important. You should lead with that transparency. However, I struggle to throw the book at Francesca fully because it's not a secret, I think, that the producers are really bought into this idea of people being happily coupled up in their little groups, and then doing the last episode where, like, who is the perfect match? Who wins the show, right? I don't blame her for wanting to fucking ride that gravy train and maybe get voted perfect match and like win some shit. I don't know. And then just tell him after the show, like, listen, sorry, this is not going to work, you know? Yes, that's the whole reason for the opaque drinkware. Exactly, Anne. They are aware that if you could see the levels in their glasses, that they couldn't edit the scene to look like it occurred in whatever order they wanted it to. And so they gave them opaque glasses so that they can just flip-flop, mix-match the footage, and we'll never know. This is why I normally don't watch these shows. Yeah, Natty, exactly. And I think that's also why it's important to talk about them, because like we can dissect the individual behaviors for the sake of educating and talking about like, if this were happening in your life, like here's how we can proceed and like be better people for ourselves, right? But like the learning curve for me has like been really steep in terms of like becoming aware of how unrealistic, how heavily manipulated and edited these shows are, that like it's not really fair to throw the book at these people as individual people. We've talked about it so many times on this channel. You guys get it. I think it's safe to take what these people say on the show with a grain of salt. Yes, exactly, Sam. Well, also, if Fran is poly as an orientation, not all of her relationships need to be long-term attachments. Yeah, that's a good point, Finley. Ooh, Savannah did an interview on YouTube. I haven't watched that yet. I'll have to watch it. Fran is so used to being objectified that she objectifies herself. Did she say that, Drodlaren? Tatum, maybe it's not scripted, but it's definitely, yeah. And I think it might not be like explicitly scripted because it is reality TV, but I think there's probably a fair amount of like setup, a fair amount of expectation that's communicated, a fair amount of like implied obligation on behalf of production. And so not only are they sort of like lining up these people like little dollies and being like, now kiss. But they're also doing the thing where they're heavily editing the footage after the fact to make it look like it happened in a certain way. Yes, Christine, exactly. Like it turns them into characters so that all of their appearances on the show follow like this very digestible character arc, you know, like Joey and Carousel. There's probably been a fair amount of like fuckery and partying and just like, you know, being goons on the show, like not in a shitty way, but just like, you know, being like cute little party kids. But we didn't see a whole lot of that because what the producers wanted us to see is this really cute arc from like couple who like are in love with each other but missed each other, like right person wrong time thing. So they show us all of the scenes where they're making out with each other on the couch, where they're being really sweet to each other. We've seen their match every time. Like it just, yeah, it's like very manicured, very edited. This is just like an important thing I think for us to be educating about in terms of media literacy, because also it's not lost on me that these people get like an insane amount of hate from being on these shows from people who are like, I know definitively the type of person that you are and I hate you. Like that's not fair. We know almost nothing about them, you know? Yes, it does feel incredibly unsafe to be on any of these shows. Okay, we're at 32:30. Time at the end says 6:17. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I had a great thing with Dom, and I had an amazing few days with Abby, and me and Damien.
You're really going?
Yeah.
You're my best friend. I love you.
Oh,
I'm really glad I got to
Carousel.
explore that, but I want to say I'm going to go home and text my ex, but I probably shouldn't do that. See you later.
She did that, I think.
You good?
I've learned a lot. I've grown. Just going to go home and cuddle my dog.
That's valid, honestly. Yeah, Katie, that's fair.
Francesca left, so I had like
She's
Joey.
gone?
Yeah, so Joey had to like I'd say goodbye.
Oh, the shady one just left? Bye. Nice knowing ya, old friend. Why are you crying?
And, like I was rooting for her, you know what I mean? Like and like Damien and like I don't know, it's just like hard when like you want like the best for your friends, you know what I mean?
I know, the drunk crying, yeah. We've all
Honestly,
been there.
it's for the better. It's hard to tell who's being genuine in the house and who's just playing the game.
Vey.
To me, blind loyalty isn't loyalty, it's just plain stupid.
I think she has like such a clear
leaving.
character
Why?
type for the show.
Just
Hi,
my
puppy.
time to go.
What you mean you leaving, bro?
Love you.
What do you mean?
I don't want to get into it, but love you. It's been real.
Dude, I can't do this right now.
Nah, that's good. I love you guys.
Oh, it's so sad.
That makes me sad. Aw, Damien. He's like a sad little puppy right now, and it hurts me to know that he's such a great guy and he got his heart broken.
There you go.
Oh, Georgia. Oh, the crying
I mean,
is
at the end
so
of the day, I've learned
real.
one thing in this house, everything can change at the last minute. And I know we have history, me and Izzy. I know we had a rocky road. Me and Abby have had a rocky road, and we've grown through that. Can we just
Oh
check
my
this?
God.
Yeah.
Danny,
There's a
thank you
lot
so
of
much for
stuff
the
to
super
figure
chat.
out.
Yeah,
Hey,
Damien
I just gotta
jumping
figure
into
out
these
which hand I'm
relationships.
thinking with.
He does seem to like move very
So tell me
quickly.
where your head's at.
I mean,
Oh,
I
boy.
think we're solid.
You know I can have conversations tonight. So I'm
All
good.
right, hold on. Pause. If I am picking up the vibes correctly, I think Bartise and Abby are about to have a conversation that might be sort of triggering for folks, especially if you're a survivor of abuse and, like, you know, being yelled at and that kind of a thing. Apparently, Bartise is going to communicate in a way that is less than kind. So, heads up. Bartise, why are all of your roads so rocky? Honestly, fair question, Jill. Okay, we're at 34:37. Time at the end says 4:07. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Obviously, me and Izzy have a history, right? And we're addressing
I
that.
like how he says that like that's his ex of
What
10
have you
years or
been
something.
Thinking, feeling, whatever. Like be super honest.
What am I gonna think?
Yeah.
Highly likely, probably likely, I am thinking of you.
Okay, that's
Right.
different
That
than
is
what
different.
you said. Okay,
That's
so
different.
then, all right. I rejected all
boy.
of the guys who shot their shot with me, and it was like, I wanted to see this through with Bartise. We had an agreement, and like, I'm a dumb bitch sometimes.
Okay, hold on, pause. Trusting someone who says that you're supposed to trust them doesn't make you dumb. Not making us a trigger warning. Well, yeah. Even just watching content like this can be upsetting. So I just want people to know what you're walking into. But yeah, choosing to trust in a relationship where the explicit agreement is that we can trust each other and we have an agreement doesn't make you dumb. Someone violating your trust makes them a not kind, inconsiderate, like behaving person. But that's on them. That's not on you. It is okay to trust people when you're like, that's your agreement. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say you should like blindly trust everybody. But it doesn't make you dumb for someone to violate your trust. That's not on you. Yes. Oh my God, Jill. Hurting people and calling it honesty doesn't make it okay. Very much this. I should get that tattooed on my forehead because I feel like I have that conversation all the time. You can be honest and still compassionate. You can be honest and still be kind. You can be honest and still be respectful. And I think people really conflate the two of like, I'm just honest, I'm just blunt, with like just blatant disrespect and a lack of compassion for other people. And it pushes my buttons. Okay, we're at 35:14. Timer at the end says 3:34. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. I know. Can we just hang out with Dom for a sec? Abby is healthy, or being healthy,
We've
yes.
had conversations throughout the evening. We were good. And then all of a sudden, it's a different thing.
The
So
same
if it's
thing, what
that
you mean, the same
easy,
thing?
we've had the same conversation where it was like, we're good, we're fine,
We are
everything
good.
is good. And now you're saying, maybe not. Do you see why that would take me off guard?
Your head's not in the fucking game anymore with me. Your head is upset
Whoa.
that I talked to other girls. Your head is
It's not
upset that we
talk to other
flirted.
girls.
Your head is upset that I wavered.
I don't
Guess
care.
what you said?
I'm saying you
I
came to me
wavered.
and you were like, I'm not sure.
There's a small bit of uncertainty that flickered in my brain because Izzy was not who I thought she was.
I don't like that you can switch up that fast.
Switch up how?
So I'm saying I don't want you to switch up what you're saying in 1 hour to the next.
Okay, first of all, the weird little smirk on his face, just as a person, weirds me out. That has no clinical relevance here, but just, you know, for the sake of me being a person, I don't like it. Second of all, if you ever find yourself in a conversation that feels like this, where you are being so abundantly clear, she has voiced 3 separate times now in less than 30 seconds. I don't like that you wavered. We were having conversations and now you're telling me you're uncertain. It makes me upset that you're like wavering basically. And he's going, I don't understand. Wavering how? What are you talking about? And just like repeatedly asking questions like this, sometimes people do this with this weird smirky face. This is a bad sign. Sometimes we end up in conversations with people who are committed to misunderstanding us and will continue to sow seeds of doubt by asking you questions, by being intentionally obtuse. I think Casey Davis on TikTok, actually, she started talking about this a little while ago, like playing stupid tourist, basically saying like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, they do. Yes, the fuck they do. And even if they don't, you're not obligated to communicate with someone who is being so difficult or obtuse that it's causing you a great amount of emotional distress to try to explain yourself to them. If someone's not picking up what it is that you're saying when you have made a good faith effort to explain it clearly and concisely, then that conversation might not be safe for you to engage in. And it's not that all people do this from a place of malice. Not everybody who does this is a gaslighter or does this on purpose or is abusing you on purpose, but this can very much roll downhill into gaslighting, into abusive behavior, into manipulating you super, super fucking quickly. And I want to encourage people to honor your gut feeling about this, because if you start to have that frustration of like, how the fuck can you not understand understand me. I've communicated this so many times. Like, what do you mean you don't get it? That usually is a sign that like, I need to take a break. I need to get out of here. I need to collect my own thoughts and really ask myself, am I safe? Am I willing to continue to engage in this conversation? Because sometimes people do this for the sake of protecting their own ego and like defending their own actions, rationalizing bad behavior. And that's a problem. That's not a conversation that's going to be productive. That's not a conversation that's going to lead to any kind of healthy conflict resolution. And quite honestly, you deserve better. Like your time, your attention, your emotional energy is valuable. And that's like an important thing for us to learn how to safeguard. Yes, red flag factory. Absolutely. I don't like the way that this conversation is shaking out. And I just want to encourage people, if you notice this happening in your life, to honor that gut feeling that you have. It is okay to excuse yourself from conversations like this at any time if you need it. And if you're in a committed relationship and you want to work it out, you can come back to it. You can come back to it when everybody is not drunk and level-headed and in a better place. But again, you're not obligated to continue this conversation that makes you feel like you're losing your mind. Okay, we're at 35:59, 2:46 at the end. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
People don't switch up like that. You're gonna look like such a dick.
It's not wrong.
I just want you to know that.
What?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't care about how I look. I care about how I feel right now.
Okay.
You're concerned about how you look. That's how you are.
Not.
Yes, it is. Because how you came in from another show. Oh, I can look a certain way. My mom's so fucking mad at me. My sister's gonna have this opinion of me, and now you're here. Trust me, that's how.
You're using my words against me now.
I know.
Okay, first of all, super proud of Abby for stating that clearly. This can be a helpful thing to do. Again, the thing that I said earlier stands on its own. If you're in this conversation and it doesn't feel safe, feel free to fucking leave. Feel free to leave. You do not have to defend yourself. However, if for whatever reason you're not able to, you feel compelled to stay, you want to stay, stating that clearly and just kind of like reflecting and like reframing what it is that they just did can be a helpful tool to like really simplify. Like, let's not get lost in the weeds. First of all, he is using her words against her, which is a super big violation of trust. When someone tells you something in confidence and they share something vulnerable with you for the purpose of growing a connection with you and being closer with you, using that against them is a huge violation in trust. It's hurtful, and like a pretty fast way to annihilate any safety that existed in the relationship. Second of all, this like, that's how you are. Like, I'm going to label your personhood based off something that you said to me and like flipping the script on someone. That's manipulative. This is not a healthy or safe thing to be doing. If you catch yourself doing this, I really want to encourage people to go to therapy and unlearn that, because it is like a self-defense thing. It's a defense mechanism. And again, this is not to say that everyone who does this is an abuser or, you know, is like a awful person. That's not the point of this, but these are not safe or okay things to be doing. And if someone is doing this to you, it is okay to say, that's not okay, or I don't like that, or I'm not going to be in relationship with people who speak to me that way, so I'm going to leave, or I'm going to move, or like, we're done, basically. Oh, is it worse, Laura? Oh no. I wish I could apply this chat slow-mo to the rest of my life. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, we're at 36:30, 2:17 at the end. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
You're saying I'm gonna be looking like a fucking dick.
Yeah, you are.
I don't give a fuck how I look.
Oh, great. No music. All right, hold on. This next episode is 52 minutes. I can't decide if we should take a break now. We might take a break now. The music choices. I know. The darkness inside. Whatever. Ooh, sorry, I had to burp. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll just power through the end of this because I'm out of coffee and I need a snack. So we'll watch the next episode after like a quick fiver. I also felt so horrible when she was telling him no in bed and he sounded like he wasn't getting it. Ooh, did that happen, Shanice? Oh my God. Sorry, I've been tuned out. My boss. Your boss got fired? Fax machine, that is incredible. Wow. Wait, what is the context of what Abby and Bartise just talked about? Basically Bartise changed his mind or like kind of wavered and wanted to potentially maybe match with Izzy. Told Abby about it. Abby expressed hurt and frustration because she has rejected all the advances from the other people in the house that have come on to her, in a good faith attempt to match with Bartise, and Bartise did not take that well and then tried to character assassinate her as a person, and tried to label her personhood in ways that are disingenuous and not true. Yeah, Mickey, he wanted to kiss and do stuff, and she was saying, no, there's a bit. Oh, that's what that was about? Ew. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, that's an ick. Okay. Fax machine, that's wild. D's and P's to your boss and your job. Holy shit. We are going to take a break. It is 12:22 right now, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back at like 12:30. I'm going to get a little snack. Don't forget to hydrate, you guys. Abby said she didn't want to have sex on camera. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Don't forget to hydrate, you guys. Get a little sneaky snack, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Okay? Okay. Hydrate or dihydrate. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Is the chat going super slowly today? I thought the super chat was like 10 or 15 minutes ago, right? Yeah, I think so. Actually, I don't know. I'm terrible with time. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry I'm a little late. My good news about toxic people is that my mom's finally getting divorced from my dad. They've been addressing their issues for 17 years, been separated 3 times, and haven't been together for 7 years. Wow. That is good news. That's exciting, Raspberry. Yes, therapy for everyone, honestly. Hi, Natty. Whew. I just ate a Uncrustable in record time. I keep them in the freezer because I don't care enough to leave them in the refrigerator. And I have to defrost them every time, and it always takes longer than I think it's going to. Also, important and serious question for the chat. Which jelly is superior, strawberry or grape? There is a right answer, to be clear. We made a gaslighty of an official word while you were gone. Love that. Go, Mom. Oh, Raspberry Mom. I think you were calling me Mom home keys, and I was like, well, Christine, you don't know what an Uncrustable is? It's a sandwich. They're like made by a company here, but it's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they've stamped the crust off of. Okay, y'all are my people. Listen, blackberry jam is also really good. No, don't eat them frozen, Esaurus. What? Strawberry is the correct answer. Finley's a allergic. All right, Finley, you get a pass. No, Aaron and I debate about this all the time. Can I get down with grape jelly? Maybe, but like, if we're being real, I want strawberry jelly. It just tastes better. It's just better. I'm sorry. Although I guess like the realest answer is that the apricot preserves from Bon Maman are like the best. Those are the best ones. I know, humkies, warm peanut butter in the sandwiches is so good. When you deep fry, or not deep fry, but like air fry an Uncrustable, whoo, life-changing. Blueberry jam. I don't even think I've had blueberry jam, Gabby. It still has crust. I know, fax machine. It does have crust. It's like a little like weird thing around the edge. Yes. That year that I got the Bon Maman, what is it called? Advent calendar. Oh, life-changing. I still have some of those fucking jams in my pantry, though. Because they're like, what am I going to use that much fucking jam for? I learned my lesson. I'm never buying it again. The chat's running with this PB&J combo. Listen, it's an important question. Blackberry bourbon jam. Renee, what? Yes, Ferns. Oh, the mini jam jars. I still keep them. Our little granulated garlic is in the pantry in one of those jars because I bought the Tampico ones that come in a bag. Why does one need to buy a sandwich for such basic ingredients that doesn't make for a while either? I don't know, Christine. I just like it. I think a lot of people had them in childhood, so there's like a nostalgia factor, but also the bread is like superiorly soft. And because Aaron and I live in a house with just the two of us, if we buy a loaf of bread, half of it is going to mold before I get to eat it because like we just don't eat bread like that. So we'll buy either like a small little loaf of like some kind of fancy pantsy bread and try to like eat that throughout the week. But if I just buy like a regular loaf of like sandwich bread, I'll never eat it because like I don't want that for anything. And I want a PB&J like once every couple of months maybe. Yeah, Katie, that too. They're good for parents to chuck in a lunchbox because they're frozen. And then so by the time they get to lunch, they're like the perfect temperature because it has defrosted. Ooh, pterodactyl pie, sourdough bread. Oh, yes. Brie and fig jam. Oh, brie and apricot jam is my favorite. Brie and any jam, really. Baked brie. Yeah, Anne, exactly. I think also too, just because my neurodivergent little rat brain has a hard time with prep tasks. If I have food that's already prepared, this is why I chop all of my vegetables in advance also. Because if I have to do the work of picking the food and chopping the food, never happening. But if it's already prepped in the fridge and all I have to do is like either throw it in a pan or like heat it or just like, you know, eat it, that's ideal. Then I will actually eat like food that is nourishing and helpful to my body rather than just panic eating, I don't know, like a handful of almonds and being like, good enough. Ooh, brie and honey. Oh, and goat cheese and honey, Gabby. Ooh. Oh, so good. Chicken, apple, brie, and fig jam is an excellent sandwich. Oh, that sounds so good, Hyperfluous. Now I'm hungry, you guys. Yeah, fax machine. We're the rats. Exactly. We are the rats. And rats deserve to eat too. Yeah, Ferns, enjoy your sandwich. All right. We are going to press play on this episode. Let me just wind it back to the front. Episode 12. This is the last one. So we're watching episode 12. Oop, wrong button. Starting from the very beginning. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now you might actually see this. The Sims is using attachment theory with the What? Hold on, we're muting the music because I hate it. Come again? Come the fuck again, Alexandra? Hold on, pausing. You're in like 17 seconds. Excuse me, that should be the subject of a main channel video. I am fascinated by that. Was that in a stream? Did they announce that today? Smoked goat cheese is my favorite. Yes, I love smoked goat cheese too. Trying to be more deliberate about getting protein. Yes. Yeah. Home keys. That's how I am with fiber. Because I am like mid at eating like protein and other things. But fiber I'm terrible at eating. So, I have to like intentionally like prompt myself to eat fiber and like bread and like other things. Okay. Sorry. Sims thing. I feel like you're, I went vegan, y'all. I'm fighting the urge to make a goat cheese mushroom. Listen, they do make really good non-dairy and vegan cheese now. Is it Miyoko's, I think, that makes like the premier mozzarella cheese that like actually melts well. But also no shame in just eating the things that fuel your body and make you feel good, you know? Even being vegan-ish is still harm reduction and is still like valid and kind and compassionate. So, Mickey and the pancake. What is going on? Okay. Anyways, I need to write that down. Hold on, we're writing down. Ooh, free Shavakadu. Yes, I'm actually allergic to Shavakadu. Did you guys know that? Sims attachment theory. Fun fact about me. I just have a note on my phone with all of my video things instead of organizing it somewhere useful. Don't worry, Finley, I still eat it. Okay, we're like literally 10 seconds in. I think we're at like 17 seconds. Timer at the end says 52:48. Tatum! Thank you so much for the super chat. Can I do a video about loneliness? Let me add it to the list. Absolutely, we can talk about that if I can fit that into a video. Yes. Loneliness. Cool. Okay. All right. Sorry. Listen, 9 minutes. The completion process video has been probably the hardest video that I've ever had to create because it's like arguing with a conspiracy theorist. It's very, very difficult. And love your face. Okay. Love that. I'm trying to formulate that video in a way that it like promotes the most amount of harm reduction while also minimizing the defensiveness that folks might feel. And it's like a very difficult line to walk. It's like a dance. It's very nuanced. Okay. Sorry. We're at 17 seconds. Timer at the end says 52:48. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I could look a certain way. My mom's so fucking mad at me. My sister's gonna have this opinion of me. And now you're here. Trust me, that's how.
You're using my words against me.
I'm gonna be looking like a fucking dick.
Yeah, you are.
I don't give a fuck how I look.
Things that I told you in confidence, you're gonna weaponize.
Good for her for saying that out loud. Good for
Not
her.
who I thought you were.
Good for her.
That sucks.
Good for her.
So match with Izzy. Have a great time. I'm gonna go.
I don't want to split this up at all.
I'll just go. You're good.
Okay. I did not mean to do that. What was the situation?
She's upset that I was vibing with you. She just didn't
That's
like
not
that
what she was upset about.
Our conversation wavered my mindset on me and Abby.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Abby's
It
completely
is fair
annoyed
enough,
at
Izzy,
Bartiz,
but also-
and I think it was a bit of an overreaction. I've been in exactly the same situation as her, and I didn't react like that. I get that emotions are high right now, but at the end of the day, we're all in here for ourselves.
Yes. And also being on the receiving end of a personal attack and having someone weaponize very vulnerable information that you've shared with them in confidence to hurt you is not the same. Not the same at all as someone just saying, hey, I think I might be feeling differently than we initially anticipated. Because also he could have communicated that in a way that was kind and respectful still, but he did not. I don't blame Izzy for not wanting to like immediately character assassinate someone that she doesn't know the whole situation. But still, this doesn't age well. All right, we're at 1:31. Timer at the end says 51:36. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Bro, I'm Audi 5000. Bartiz is a shithead. Oh my god.
The entire internet be like,
What just happened? Is he, I guess? They've already been together and it didn't work. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, I don't want to cry about this. Shit makes me mad. It's fucked up. It's like we were just
It's
like
okay to
laying
cry
next to
about
each other
stuff.
for a moment, and I was like, I care about what my mom thinks about me. I care about what my sister thinks about me. So I don't want to have sex on camera, whatever. And he's like, you care about how things look. How could you not? You're weaponizing the shit I told you from confidence, and now I'm out.
Oh my god, I'm fucking gobsmacked.
I think he might actually be an asshole. You just didn't realize.
Who are you? I think it's a massive personality change. The way that Bartiz goes about our conversation, honestly kind of gaslighting, changing the conversation, acting like I'm angry about him talking to other girls, which I'm not at all. It's about the change of narrative for me, and I definitely feel like blindsided. You know, if he had said that earlier, I think I would have gone into this night with a different mindset.
Just don't let this ruin your self-esteem.
Yes. He's not worth it.
What a prick.
oh, Abby. Okay, first of all, very, very proud of her for not blaming herself, for not buying the rhetoric that he was trying to spin to her. Yes, go off, Abby. Absolutely. Did he forget he's probably obliterated drunk, to be fair. Some of these people are too mature. Yes. I really believe Bartiz believes he can do no wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say, like, it's interesting to see the behavior, like similar behavior like this demonstrated more than once. I think that's like potentially worth unpacking, but also I would like to remind everyone that Netflix does edit people in character arcs. And so, like, is he responsible for his own actions because he did them? Absolutely, yes. And also, is it possible that Netflix highlighted this moment and like created this character arc in like a very intentional, like a way that was like very intended to be viewed? Also, yes. Yes, it is like some kind of sexual manipulation, if not abuse, harassment. Yeah, well, we've talked about on the channel before, Home Keys, that guilting your partner, pouting when your partner says no to sex, just like generally having this kind of like reaction when your partner voices a lack of desire or interest in sex is an act of sexual violence. Like, this is an act of sexual harm. That's not a safe thing to do, especially when the partner involved that you are guilting or pouting at is a partner with a vulva, because those partners have more than likely experienced a lot of harassment and just like negative attitudes from like the world generally. People with vulvas typically feel a lot more pressure and shame and fear around the topic of sex and like physical intimacy, because the world teaches us that sex is something to be taken from partners like that. Hi, Clementine. Thank you for coming. And so behaving in that way is an act of sexual violence, because you're trying to capitalize on like the societal and internalized pressure there to get what you want, which is gross and also not reflective of an actual desire to share a moment of connection, of mutual pleasure, a moment of like intimacy with someone. It's a desire to use someone as a vehicle to gain sexual pleasure for yourself, which is gross, by a sex toy. Yes, it's coercion. Like, plain and simple, it's sexual coercion, and it's not fucking cool. It's gross, and it's something that we as like a world need to fucking unlearn. Oh yeah, I did forget to switch my chat. Thank you for reminding me, Shanice. Just kidding, Carolina. But also, hi, Shanice. Without the classic real world, if you or someone you know, yeah, exactly. They need snacks, cheese, and ginger ale. People with uvulas. I mean, yeah, people have uvulas too. Yes, Kimmy. The autonomy piece is very, very important. Okay. yeah, I don't appreciate this. But I am proud of Abby for standing up for herself, because also, when people like Abby do this, not only did she stand up for herself, but she also platformed this idea that it is okay for people like Abby to stand up for themselves in other similar situations. And so I will forever and always love her for like demonstrating that, normalizing that, showing people that that's okay to do. Okay, we are at 2:41. Timer at the end says 50:23, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Bye, Abby. Look at you coming here sneaking your way in.
I feel so bad.
Oh, I feel so bad too.
No music. Shut up, Netflix. Proud of Abby. She deserved better this whole time. She did, Raspberry. She really did.
It's me and you right now. Picking you.
Really?
Oh, boy. I don't think that's going to go well. No one's going to vote for you. Abby is an icon and a role model. We love a bisexual icon. Good for her.
I should have picked you from the
I
beginning.
baby.
It's my bad.
Oy vey. I also just am confused about the
Yeah.
longevity
I
of a
feel like I
match
did
that's
what's best
formed
for me
while
at the end
both
of the
parties
day.
are
It's
inebriated.
unfortunate that there's been a casualty in the mix here, and that's Abby. Tonight I choose Izzy in a match because she came in that house with boss-ass energy. We picked up from where we left off. She opened herself up. She's a super attractive girl, and I can tell she's attracted to me, and I'm curious to see like what we can turn this current relationship into.
To be clear, I don't want to throw any shade at Izzy because I don't think Izzy was operating with all of the facts, and also the responsibility for being a safe and trustworthy and respectful partner is on Bartise, because he was the one who was partnered with Abby. Yes. Christine, he did. I thought Izzy was pissed at Bartise. Yeah, I don't know, Christine. Okay. We are at 3:43. Timer at the end says 49:21. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
That's me.
No music, Netflix. Stop it.
Bye, love. Thank you for your beautiful home.
Come
Such
tour
a
anytime.
beautiful
Come
hospitality.
stay anytime, my love.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Don't.
Ta-ta for now.
Yes, Gabby, exactly.
Bye.
We all thought Fran was going to be the bi representation, and it turned out it was Abby.
I think I noticed this pattern where I'm always thinking, you know, grass is always greener type of a thing. And I feel like I've always been making the wrong choice, like almost self-sabotaging. So even though I'm currently matched with LC and things are going really well, I don't want to have any regrets. And that's why I'm a bit torn right now.
Definitely wanted to talk to you.
Oh, boy.
Because we haven't
Nick.
talked all night.
I know.
Where the heck is Elsie? So what's going on? How's your night been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Notice you talking to more people. What,
did,
fill
yeah.
me in.
I mean, honestly, like, I don't want to put all my eggs in the Nick basket, okay? But I don't really know if I really like anyone as much as I like you.
Oh, boy.
Heyo.
This is not going to go well for her.
I mean,
Well.
how are you feeling?
I could try to match with someone else, but then I'd be throwing this away, and I don't
stresses
want to
me
do
out.
that. I'm trying not to
Elsie
compliment
deserves the
you too much.
world.
No, please keep it going.
Go on.
You know, maybe I am words of affirmation.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, no,
Yes,
I definitely
Christine,
like
he did.
feel a good connection with you so far, and I want to keep seeing where it goes.
Well, I agree.
Sure.
Wow. Wonderful.
I've been stressing for
Pleasantly surprised that he didn't immediately murk her, but still
It
not
feels
looking
good
forward
to be matched
to
with
that.
LC. Definitely
know,
see a
heads
lot
up,
of
I wonder that
potential there.
too.
I do know that I have sort of this commitment issue, if you want to call it that. I had a relationship that lasted 3 years, and we ended up breaking up, and it's just like, I don't want to waste my time.
We're leaving. Bye.
Hmm.
I'm leaving with my perfect match. Bye.
Buenas noches.
They're so cute.
I love you. Buenas noches.
Please stop playing music.
Stop. Oh.
Comfortable me.
Nick seems not genuine. Yeah, that's fair.
I'll hurt you.
Hi, Stephanie. We are at like 6 minutes, 30 seconds.
You're so good. We are.
Oh, boy.
Tonight. Sleeping with Georgia was annoying. She snores.
She does.
I had to teach you a lesson about sleeping with me. You have to appreciate how sleeping with me now moving forward. That's why.
I didn't really
Fax machine,
sense
not
any jealous
that
vibes from
much,
Shane
but
tonight.
not
It actually
zero.
impressed me. I am on cloud 9 at the moment.
Okay.
But the pressure is definitely sinking in for everyone right now. It's
Oy.
coming to an end. This is make or break time for everyone.
But also, what do you win? What do they win? I need to know.
Can we match now?
No. No, I'm gonna keep you guessing for a little bit. I would talk to some people.
Stop doing
I've
that.
got some bitches to talk to.
Oh, stress.
They are so drunk.
I feel like me and Georgia are the most solid match in the house. I feel like we're even more
Look at
solid
his
than Georgia
eyes.
and herself. Anything that's come our way, me being put on dates,
Hi.
men going after her, we've turned down
Aaron's
everything.
home, you
We're
guys.
stronger than ever. My eyes are set on no one else. I'm just like, let's speed this up.
I still can't believe we've been
But
together
I'm
since
using
day
it.
one.
You know what really hit me today?
You're really the A1 day one.
I know, but you know
Wow.
what really hit me?
She said, I
There's
know.
people who were here from day 1, day 2, like in all different phases, and half the people are like, "Oh my God, you and
What's
Joey
the
still together," and then
prize,
the other half are
Hizab?
like,
Tell
"You
me.
and Joey are still together," and I'm
You know,
like,
fuck them people. Jealous pricks.
Watching everybody leave tonight makes me really reflect on everything that's happened. But we are down to the final 5 couples, and all of
Well,
us are here to
Christine,
see
that's
who
my
is gonna
best
be the
friend.
perfect match.
Please, I'm excited to see you.
Plant, watch the plant.
"Plant, oh,
I got you. Stay away from my girl, Mr. Plant.
gentleman."
I know.
It's
They're
really
so
crazy to
annoying, but
think
they're
that
so
Carousel and I have
cute.
come so
Carousel
far
and
with
Joey are
each other
cute.
since day 1 of being in the house. And tomorrow is the end of this, and it's time to sort of figure out when we leave here, what's our future together as a couple.
It's me and you, girl.
It's meeting you.
I hope they're still together. I just don't like the cameras in the room. It feels so invasive. I don't want to watch that.
Let me know when you're done.
It's supposed to be a private moment. Can we just like let them live? Damn. You guys, we need some love emotes. Y'all are like really. You guys are cute. Thanks for thinking me and Aaron are cute. No music, Netflix. Eat my ass. I don't want your music. Lipstick all over his face. Oh, the sensory nightmare of that, Jenna Bell, would absolutely kill me. I just don't like stuff on my face. This is why I struggle with skincare too, because I'm like, if it's not bare bones, I don't want it. If it's making my face feel sticky, it's a no from me.
How did it go with, obviously, like when you and Joey
Raspberry,
first
same.
started like talking? Obviously, you still had it in the back of your mind, like he's still a prick, because that's the perception you had of Joey before.
I did. Joey kind of proved to me, like through like him fighting for me and just like, you know, changing his ways, like as a partner. Like I was like, that's the guy I want to be with.
Yeah.
Exactly. I trust him with my life, and I honestly mean that. But like when it comes to trusting him in a relationship, like I'm like my mind is like, this guy let you down over and over and over again. You like, what's different this time? This thing's like almost over, and I've been with the same guy since day 1, and I'm like, literally every time I've been with this guy, he's just dropped me, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm being stupid, and I don't want to be stupid, but I also like want to have faith in my relationship. So I
Very
just feel
normal.
confused. At the end
Very
of the
normal.
day, Joey makes bad choices and he's done bad things, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like we're all a work in progress, you know what I mean? But like I feel like I just don't have that security that like when we leave this house, things are gonna be different. And I just like I'm really terrified.
I can understand what she's saying though, in that like he's fighting himself to like push past all of his own commitment issues and stuff to like really show her, like show up for her. Like I get that. No music, Netflix. Gonna get my ass demonetized.
It's me and Izzy's final date, but also our first real date. It's a weird complex that me and Izzy are in, because what we're gonna decide is what we have. Is that enough to call ourselves a perfect match?
No. The answer
I'm
is
feeling
no,
good about this.
Bartiz.
Feeling good about us. I've identified you as like my perfect match in the house.
What
Curious to see
happened?
what
I was
we
waiting
turn
for
this
Mickey
into.
to see when I was saying price.
Right,
Hold on,
yeah, sorry.
pause. Sorry, I got distracted. I have the problem with lotion. Oh, same, Finley. Can't even handle lipstick on my face. Love a fresh face. Fighting for you. Ooh, 1 week all expenses paid trip to anywhere in the world they choose. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm very curious to see who wins now. Because I feel like if a couple who doesn't actually like really seem like a good match wins the trip, then that sucks, you know? Okay. We're at like 10:56, 42:08 is the timer at the end, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you hear that waterfall?
Cute. Fun fact, I've never been on a jet ski, and I'm terrified of them. The dogs are so excited that Aaron is home.
Boat. Okay, I'm going up now.
Ooh, look at that bird.
Look at this.
Oh, this is so pretty.
You could not pay me enough money to wear big earrings like that if I was going on like a zip line or whatever the fuck you're doing. Yeah, these dates are rough, you guys.
I am very excited to hang out with Nick just one-on-one today. There's no one else here that I'd want to be with right now. Like, he has a lot of the characteristics that I want in a partner.
He doesn't seem
Actually
very
see
nice.
potential with him outside of this, but also a little
I know,
nervous
Christine,
'cause,
give me money.
Never really hung out just like that. I've heard some good advice about waterfalls.
Don't go chasing.
You really should not chase them.
That was
Final day with
such
LC,
a dad joke.
And I think LC definitely likes me, but I do.
Yes, Raspberry
get a
Talia,
sense
same.
that she is unsure of where I stand.
Is everyone
and
just
so I think
voting?
there are some doubts. In her
That's
head
not
right now.
very
So I really like a lot
scientific.
about you. You know, you're tall, got nice arms. But besides that, you have really good teeth. I appreciate that you floss.
Big flosser.
Big floss guy.
He flosses? That's what we're listing
With
as
you,
the category for
honestly,
perfect
makes me
match
so
or the criteria?
nervous sometimes, like middle school girl crush kind of nervous. You make me very happy. I feel like I can't like wipe the smile off my face anytime I'm around you. Even if I just like you come near me and I'm like.
Oh, they all vote at the end. Okay.
It literally feels like I'm like in middle school, like writing Nick all over my notebook or something.
Being with you feels comfortable. Like,
Do you
it feels
think, Jennifer?
good.
Nick's
and
actually
I
nice?
also am optimistic about like
I
what we
hope
have
so.
going. For some reason, I also feel like kind of nervous. But it might be a
And-
good thing. I don't know.
That's a fair
I'm very
point.
glad that we met in the house.
What's your biggest concern leaving here with us?
Obviously, like, we're in different states, so that's definitely like in the back of my mind. It's like one
Yeah.
thing that is concerning. Like,
Fair.
it's just like an extra roadblock
Yeah.
on top of not really having too much time to get to know each other yet. Like, I have dated long distance before,
Yeah.
but I like sort of got to know the person before we were long distance.
Oh, okay.
Valid
So I feel like
concern,
that,
honestly.
like initial foundation like helps with that.
I wonder that on these shows all the time.
I don't mind having a long distance thing. Really hope that we can figure it out outside of here.
I do think that there is potential there, but right now, like, I can't say you're my perfect match.
Whoa! That wasn't very nice. Okay. No music, Netflix. Oh my God.
First
Oh,
date
oh.
I've ever been on. We're going literally through the jungle. I'm gonna approach this conversation today with Izzy how I've approached every conversation, which is open-minded. I'm gonna listen to what she has to say. Hopefully she listens to what I have to say. We have a mature conversation about what
Is
we
that
are
how
going
you
forward.
approached your
I feel like I'm
conversation
so
with
connected to
Abby,
you. Like, we're like
Bartiz?
physical, like touching like this, it feels good. Like talking is easy.
It's
you know, you
easy,
get me, I
yeah.
get you, and like that's why we picked each other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's why we're good and sitting here.
Today I've got to find out if Bartiz is my perfect match, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go because we've had a bit of a rocky road. We matched and he ditched me for an S. Not bitter at all. But obviously now we're back together and we're getting on really
No
well. This is
music,
our chance to
Netflix.
just put it all out there
Stephanie,
and say
I
how
would
we
love
genuinely
that.
feel. Just got to be honest
I'm
in
still
this
planning on making a
situation,
button
and that's
pusher
where my
one.
head's at right now.
Look where we are. All right.
Let's go.
Get that over there.
Oh, this is so cute.
This is cute, huh?
Is it cute? Because it looks like a fitted sheet they found at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Like a little picnic.
Oh, there's a picture of yeah.
Is it on the rock?
Listen.
Yeah, it's good.
This dress.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Can
You
I,
worn
like-
white several times.
You remember all my
I know.
outfits?
I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. Like
You
when
were
I'm
white
going off of like
yesterday.
first judgments, everything. You are 22, but you're like wise and mature beyond your years, so I respect that a lot.
Thanks. Like for me, if we were genuinely to say, like, talk about each other, first year I saw you and I was like, he's fit. First off.
What? Fair?
Fit.
Fit, okay.
Fit. And straight away, like, we hit it off from the back,
Mhm.
which, like, I think is really important. And I think that's why we're here. is
Yes,
because
Christine, they did.
It happened quite quickly.
Yeah, the foundation.
And like, I find it easy to talk to you, you know, and we get each other. Like, we're like on the same page a lot. If we were genuinely to talk about each other, we don't know everything about each other.
Right.
Like, when would you like want kids? Jumping straight into it.
Straight into it. First date. When do you want kids? So I'm 26 now, and I would like to have kids by between 30 and 32. So 4 to 6 years for me.
Yeah.
We're both here, like on this like ultimate date, where it's like, damn, the next step is like something that we start thinking about.
Okay, I just want to pause and address this, like, when do you want to have kids conversation? Because I think it's useful to ask people generally, like, are kids part of your future? Like, timeline, what are we looking at? But when people, oh, Tatum, thank you. But when people assign, like, a concrete year to, like, I want to have them by this age, and so, like, that means that you would have to have them by this age, like, it's odd to me, you know? Yeah, the you're so mature for your age thing, fair, because she's only 22, right? And if he's 26, that's also kind of a flip for Bartise. Normally he's the younger one. I know, Christine, why don't they give them cushions or something? But yeah, I want to encourage people to let go of this idea that like having kids is something that we need to have a concrete timeline on, and that if you don't meet that timeline, that like something bad is happening, or like it's not good, just because like having children or choosing to bring children into your life in some capacity is a literal life-changing decision, and it behooves a person to make that choice responsibly, with like careful thought and consideration for how your life will change, for what your genuine wants and needs and desires are, like a whole number of different things that we ideally are situating before we make that choice. Yeah, that, Lily, exactly that. Because also you can't guarantee what year you will get pregnant. Like having children or getting pregnant or like choosing to bring children into your life is not like waving a magic wand. If you're choosing to be a person who like carries a child or becomes pregnant with a baby, you can't guarantee that will work the way that you expect it to. If you're like adopting or like taking on childcare from someone in your family or whatever, like you can't guarantee the time in which that will happen. Like there are so many variables outside of that. And also it just carries the energy that kids are like a thing. They're like pets. Like you can just go to the shelter and pick one up, and like babies are human beings, and it's important that we incorporate them into our lives, for the safety of the children. We incorporate them in our lives in a way that, you know, is like carefully thought out, and like also open to letting go of control, because like also too, you can't control little kids, you know, like there's just a lot there. I think it's just, maybe we as a culture should unlearn this idea that kids are like a thing that we check the box, we press go, and they show up, because it doesn't work like that. Kids are people. Okay, we are at 16:07. The timer at the end says 36:56, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Like, it depends where I'm at, you know, and who I'm with, how long I've been with them.
Yeah.
What do you feel about like the distance side of it?
I remember the first night that we matched, we woke up and I was like, so like, where do you live?
Yeah. How far away do you live actually?
I live in Dallas. I don't know how far that is from. It's not.
From Manchester.
It's a skip across the pond. I'll tell you that. So yeah, it's a long way. I don't know, maybe.
Have you done
12-hour
like
flight.
long distance before?
Not that long. I think
This is a valid
for us, our biggest
concern.
challenge going forward is going to be the distance. So I would be
I
willing to
wonder
come
this
to
all
the
the
UK
time.
and then see if like what we can turn this really into. Let's see what it can become.
Obviously, I've never done that long distance before. In the house, we get on amazingly. So for me, in the house, you would be my perfect match, right? But me being absolutely
Katie,
honest,
it shouldn't
I think
seem like a hot
be
take,
wrong
but
for me
it
to
is.
sit here and be like, you are my one and only perfect match on the inside and the outside.
I would like to like continue to get to know
Yeah,
you, but there's no way
definitely.
that we can sit here and say perfect match.
Perfect match.
Well, yes, this is what I said from the beginning. I appreciate the realism here, though. At least they're not like, oh my god, you're my perfect match, because like that's not true. The music Netflix, they just are really trying to come for me and my content. No. Look at that, they're on a jet ski. They're jet skiing. Wow, that's so cool. Watch that be a real song. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Hello, Sharon.
Finding my perfect match is basically the last puzzle piece in my life missing right now. There's
People
so
are
many
not
things
puzzle
about Chloe
pieces.
that I love about her. I know what I want, and it's definitely to continue this outside of this experience. I'm fully committed to her, and I hope she feels the same way.
Today has been so overwhelming because I know that
And
it's coming
good
to an
point.
end, and I've had such an amazing time, but am I Shane's perfect match? I mean, there's definitely been some highs and some extreme lows. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello.
This will be our final date in Panama. I know. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it?
I'd be lying
Scooch
to say,
over
like,
there. Here you go.
I haven't thought about our future, like, all the time. Like, I have to. It's like, you know, like I said, I've never felt this way about someone this quickly. For the first time in my entire life, I can actually be myself. That's what brings out the best qualities in me. You know, and that's what you do. You bring out the best qualities in me.
Okay, okay. Please don't put your cat hair on my mic.
Like when I first see you, when I looked at you, I just knew, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in deep.
I think we both do that.
I'm in deep trouble here.
That first date.
And I get butterflies when I'm around you. You just know what to do around me. Like when we're in bed, we cuddle and you hold me so tight, and it's almost like
This
I never
is very
want that
cute.
to stop. When it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad.
Red flag.
And I'll start with the argument.
Jill, it can't be
Obviously,
more than a few weeks.
It was really frustrating for me to try and speak to you and for you to not hear me.
Right.
Sometimes you don't handle situations the right way. If that happens on the outside world, then it's not going to end well. And I don't want to jump into something that isn't going to work.
I appreciate her for having
I've
this
had serious
conversation.
doubts, and I've thought, I can't go through with this.
We're in an environment right now, an experience that's like
God, you have goop
extremely
on your eyes.
mentally
Come here.
difficult for everyone involved. You know, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't have like kind of like, I guess, worried that much that night. I think I need to work on my communication skills. You know, that's something I have to work on. And
Yeah.
it is. But like again, it's like I want to be a better person because of you. It's like all these things. Like when I'm with people in the past, it's like I don't think about that kind of stuff.
Okay, you don't want
I
me
think
to
about
wipe your eyes,
myself
fine.
first all the time. It's like I want to put you like
Put your butthole on the
with
computer.
that, and like I want to grow.
I'm rooting for Chloe
I'm willing
too.
to do whatever it takes outside of here to make it work, to make you happy.
At the start, I
Oh,
told
they're
you we
cute.
should take it slow.
There's no definition of perfect. Like,
that too.
Everyone's got their character defaults.
Yes, Sarah
Everyone's
Elizabeth,
got
that's what I said.
Little imperfections, but your imperfections are what make you perfect. It's really scary because I don't want to get hurt. And when I'm with you, I feel like a princess. I really do.
They're so cute.
And I think you are my perfect match.
Shane looks so happy. Oh my god.
Now put a baby in me.
Whoa. Too much.
Show me what you want, tell me what you got.
For a month, Tatum? They were only in the house for a month?
like
Oh
me.
my god. No more music.
I mean,
Jesus. This what's
like
going
you a
on?
little bit, a lot. I like you a lot. Do you like me a lot? I don't know. Mixer of thinking things. Shane was looking pretty good. I like you a lot.
I feel like Dom and we are going to be each other's perfect match. But there's always that like element of doubt. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I know how I feel. So fingers crossed. To me, finding my perfect match is very important. I really wanted that in this experience, and I was very much doubting that I would find it, but I feel like
True,
there's
Stephanie,
not a
yes,
lot
they do.
I can't love about you. You are like such an understanding, caring, thoughtful person. When I think about life after this, I definitely see you having a place in it. I'm already thinking about how shitty it's gonna be when we're not together, and like, I don't wanna be away from you.
You've been through a lot. Every moment I appreciate you more and more. There's not a lot to not like about you. You're strong, independent, and you hold your own. The way that you approach life makes the people
Awkward
around
laughter,
you
I know.
love life. You're kind of like my best friend. And when I think about life after
They do
this,
seem like
I
genuinely
just feel like
sweet
I found somebody that like I'm gonna miss. And I don't want to miss them. I want to be with you.
So what's gonna happen after this then? Because we're from different countries, I know when we leave, it's gonna be like a little bit difficult.
Yeah. That's a bit of an issue.
I know
isn't
we
it?
live in different places, and distance is another obstacle that we're gonna have to tackle, but there's a woman named Georgia that's got my heart. When we leave,
I'm ready for anything with you. I want to like impress your family.
You do?
Yeah.
You would impress them just being you.
I want to meet your nieces and nephews. I want them to be like, oh, that Dom guy's so cool.
My nieces and nephews would love you.
I can't believe I found you. I feel like the luckiest man in the entire world.
I feel like I'm lucky.
Are they both in Commonwealth countries?
Found you, and you are just the most amazing person I've ever met in my life.
No, I think they're just sitting on the boat, you guys. I will say I am very interested, though. Also, we're pausing this music. No, I don't want to do an activity. Not pausing, but muting. I am very interested in how...
We've definitely been tested.
Hold on, pause. We're at 23:36. I am very interested in how uneventful their relationship has been, because they just like haven't really talked a lot. Like they matched that one night and then it was just like Dom and Georgia forever. I am curious about that. I can't wait to tell Mickey about the interviews after the show. Ooh, yes, Rafiq. I cannot wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Dom's Canadian. Duh. I forgot. We need you to make a show where these singles go through their own relationship boot camp. Listen, I have said before, and I will say it again, I am torn in half about the idea of like a licensed clinician getting involved with a Netflix show. Because I think in some ways there's like big potential for harm reduction, but also in some ways it's like inherently an unethical thing to do, to try to therapize people for TV, you know? So it's just like a, I don't know, sort of answer. All right, 23:43, timer at the end says 29:25. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Other people interfering, people that just didn't want to see me happy. We're just expecting a bloodbath of criticism, but no vote can tell me
That's
otherwise that she's my perfect match or not.
No, Netflix. Leave me alone. Don't let Dr. Phil hear that. I know. Well, see, and that's what I'm saying, too, is that, like, I think in some ways, someone who's not experienced with TV would probably be a better fit, but then they might also not know what they're doing.
How did we get here?
You know what I'm saying?
I have no
It's like a
Did you think from day one
confusing
you'd still be here with me?
niche.
Honestly, like in a house full of that much testosterone and egos, I was letting people know right off the bat that they better not look at you. I'm sorry.
Well, no one has looked at me. It's all these weeks.
Mr. Phil.
It's just been
Yes.
you. It's a final date. I'm just hoping we discuss more about the future and, like, you know, moving in together. Like, we talk about it, but I want to make
Fair.
the moves. But, you know, maybe he is afraid. That's like a big fear of mine. You know, I'm hoping that this is different. I would hope that he knows in his heart he needs someone like me just as much as I need someone like him.
Did you think you'd be here with me right now?
Honestly, I wasn't sure. The first few days, no.
It was rough in the beginning.
Good things aren't supposed to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
honestly, when I think about all the things,
good things can
that
be
make
easy.
me love you, it's such a long list. I don't even know where to begin. Your smile,
Ella, I
your
love couples
personality is
therapy.
unlike anybody.
In a good
I
way.
know that it's unethical, but
Good
I love
and
it
bad
anyways.
way, which is maybe says something about me because I love
you're sick.
how crazy we both are.
Mhm.
But I love that you always lead with your heart.
You're the only person who can make me like all gooey and corny, but also fucking hate you at the same time. And I love that
They're
we
so
fight, but we
cute.
also like love each other so much. It makes no sense.
And that's the way I feel. I don't know. I feel like
Yes,
since day
Christine,
one,
good
I had
things
a
can be easy.
gravitational pull towards you. You're the one person that's come into my life that has proven that you are a true original in every single way.
Well, it was really nice. I'm waiting for like the punchline where you just like
Wait,
destroy
pillow
that
fort.
cute sentence.
Regardless of anything that happens here,
Yeah.
I need you to know that you are my best friend.
Aww.
I just think you're my person. You're my match, and I'll choose you every day till the day I die if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been my perfect match since the day I met you. I love waking up to you every single day, and I don't want that to ever end. And I want to ask
What?
you.
You're joking.
Is it a key?
Will you marry me?
Ah! What?
I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And there is no person that I want to go through life with besides you. Will you please marry me?
What? What?
I love you so much. And I want this for the rest of my life.
I don't even know what to say. Oh, I can't help but love them.
We're getting married.
Did he just say he just called her family? Like he gave them a heads up that this was happening? Yes, Raspberry, what is this? Aww. Yeah, that's sweet. They win because they got engaged. Oh my God. You guys. Listen, what? Also, we're muting that music. What the fuck? Yeah. I cannot believe that just happened. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself. Listen, I have mixed feelings about, hold on. Can we make this music go away? No. Nick Lachey. Get out of here, Nick Lachey.
Nights, it's actually.
Okay, pause. Like he did it on his own. He took the initiative. Yeah, her eyes were bulging. He said he told the producers he wanted to do this, and they took him all over Panama. Aw, that's sweet, honestly. Yes. I don't generally, like, as a clinician, as a person, endorse the idea of engaging or getting engaged or asking someone to marry you on a TV show like this. I think, first of all, just as a human, I have a soft spot for Carousel and Joey because they're so cute. But also, I think it's, like, worth making, like, sort of an exception, I guess, because they did know each other before the show. Like, they have, from my understanding, like somewhat of a lengthy history in terms of this like on again, off again thing. So I'm much more inclined to like, you know, like be okay with this or like not say that like, you know, obviously this must be a sham or whatever. Cause they do know each other, you know? The fact that he knew she'd want him to ask her dad. Aw, yeah, that's true actually. I'm always so surprised to see how conservative Americans are with asking if you got, Zozo. I think that's like a thing that's going away, but like still very much a thing for some people. I don't love it. It's not my favorite, but also everyone's allowed to structure their relationships in whatever way they want, whatever way works for them. So as long as everybody's a consenting participant. Yeah. Okay. 28:16, timer at the end says 24:53. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna find out who the perfect match is.
Don't spoil it though. Don't spoil the end, you guys.
You know, it's the finale tonight. You know, I think a lot of people are ready for the fireworks. You know, I've kept a lot of stuff inside of me. I'm gonna say everything's been on my
Alexander,
chest,
not everybody is like that.
I'm gonna be unapologetically myself.
Feel love in the air right now.
I feel
With who? Love for yourself, Chase?
Little cupids flying everywhere.
Everybody is a little tense.
I know. Is getting engaged cheating on this show?
It's gonna be some shit. That's how I really feel. I feel like it's gonna be some shit.
How's everybody doing? Woo! Feeling good?
The deck.
Feeling great. Well, guys, tonight's the night.
They said force that perspective.
Well, you
Force
guys
it.
won't be leaving here as a perfect match. There are still 5 couples.
Thank you, Sarah.
Who just might do that. So, right now I want to bring out those 5 couples. Guys, come on in.
Oh boy, Abby's gonna have a lot to say about Izzy and Bartise. I tell you what.
Tonight is the night.
Dom and
where
Georgia,
we all decide
looking
who's
incredible
the
as
match.
always.
It's intense, you know. It's nerve
I
wracking.
hope that was a weird face that they just edited in
Izzy
there.
and Bartise.
You match with Izzy. I know, Tony. That's sociopathic.
It's all come down to this. Tonight's the ultimate.
Okay,
decision.
can we stop
as a
using
unit
that
decide
word?
Who is the perfect match?
Chloe and Shane.
Also, this music.
I want to prove to everyone that me and Shane are definitely each other's perfect match, but the pressure is definitely sinking in for everyone right now. Oh my God, this is going to be a hell of a night.
Yes.
And Joey.
Carousel and Joey.
It is time to see who is the
They're so
perfect
cute.
match of the house. I don't think anyone saw this final 5 being the final 5.
And our last couple, Elsie and Nick.
Stakes are high.
Oh, I forgot
It
that
feels
Elsie and Nick were
intense.
still
I'm
there.
looking to it, and
Okay, pause. Let's talk about the asking dad for before marriage thing. Since we're talking about it in the chat. First and foremost, if that is something that's important to you, that's none of my business, you know? Like, I'm just a therapist lady on the internet. It's not my job to tell people what they should or should not do. I will say that there can be some patriarchal leanings. Hi, Juliana. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here and being a fan of the content. Ooh, yes, Kelly, I would love to look at that article later, but don't spoil it yet. I don't want to know. It is fine if that's something that matters to you. I think the issue is like people saying that like this is a thing that all people want, or like that it's a thing that all people should want, because that's not true. And it can be very problematic, you know. I think the reason that people found it sweet with Joey and Carousel is because he knew that she would want that, not because he felt like it was important, but because it was important to Carousel, and he knew enough about his partner to do the thing that would matter to her. Essentially what we're talking about is an expression of love and like care, because you're carefully observing the things that are important and meaningful to your partner. You know, it's like a way that he showed up for her by saying like, I know how you are, I know about your life, I understand your relationships with the important people in your life, and I'm making an effort to honor that and to like show you that I get that. That's why I think it feels good for them. It's not to say that this is like always a sweet or cute thing to do, because I think there's like some problematic origins to this, potentially some problematic leanings, some like emotional incest or like role confusion stuff in families. So like, yeah, exactly, Maddie. Like if you're a person who doesn't like your dad, that doesn't really read well, you know? But yeah, it's a personal thing. All right, we're at 30 minutes, 9 seconds. Timer at the end says 23 even, and we are pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
really have no idea right now who's gonna win this thing.
I don't think, is anybody really doubting?
You guys feeling good? Oh, yeah. Wow. This has been one heck of a ride. It all comes down to this.
Yeah. Neat.
I'm sweating. Already been like long.
Crazy.
Roller coaster?
Yeah.
Okay. Tonight's the night. You will be crowning the perfect
They
match.
really do.
But
Like now that I'm
before
aware
you
of
vote,
it, they really are
we
trying
going
to force
spill
that
the tea.
perspective to
Now,
make
all of
it
you
look
chose
tall.
to come here with one common goal: to find your perfect match. The couples here have matched
Ferns,
and
good
unmatched.
point.
Many of you have dated one another. You all know each other very, very well. At the end of this evening, I'm going to ask the entire group here tonight to go to the board to cast your vote in private for who you think is the most compatible couple. The couple with the most votes will earn the title.
Bye, Shanice.
The
Thank you so much for being
perfect
here.
match. All of our couples had a chance to
Aw,
spend their
that's such a
last
nice compliment,
day
Shanice. Thank you.
together. I'm sure we all want to hear how that all went down. All right, let's start with Bartice.
Also, I'm pretty
and
sure I
Izzy.
own that
You guys
blazer
have
in
just
Nick Lachey.
recently matched up.
Reconnected.
Reconnected.
Thanks to him.
How's this journey been for you guys
Oy
individually?
vey.
Straight from the back, me and Bartice got on. We just had banter, I was really comfortable with him. So I picked him, and then
Do
the
they
next
know
time we
each
had to
other well?
rematch, he obviously picked someone else. At first it was physical, and then the other night I just kind of like showed the more emotional side to me.
She heard my story, I heard her story. Like I expected her to come in and like freaking like almost slap me or come yell at me because she took a risk in picking me that first night, and I just kind of like screwed her over and picked somebody else. But no, she was like understanding and mature.
So how does it feel to reconnect?
It feels great to me. I mean, we had a great date today, talking about future plans, talking about kids, talking about our past. I definitely felt the spark increase today.
Last time I checked, there's a non-stop flight between Dallas and UK.
Oh, is there really? I might be making a trip soon.
Just saying.
I might make a trip
Just saying.
Is that like...
I want to defer to some of you guys up there. And you were matched with Bartice for a while. What do you think?
Well,
Stephanie, we're going to do Love is Blind Season 4 next.
Okay, we're going to get to you on a few different pairings. But
you know, it can be a full section.
welcome to the house.
Inez.
Do you feel like they're a good match?
They look handsome together, and yeah.
All right. Abby, I want to go to you.
Of course you do.
What do you
If
think?
I were
about this
Abby, I'd be mad.
Bartice, 30 minutes before he decided to match with Izzy, was telling me he wanted to end the night with me. Damn! I didn't know that. You know, it's been 24 hours. You're gonna tell me your narrative had changed. I don't see how you can switch up that quickly, because I'm not that kind of person. I think it's, you know?
Anybody else agree with
Really bad.
Abby's assessment of that situation?
I mean, well, he kind of did the same thing to Izzy. He was with Izzy and then last 30 minutes matched with Inez as well.
Nobody here has the right to say, like, what length of time can tell somebody if they like each other or not. I think they're being realistic.
We're allowed to have opinions, Chase.
I think they look great.
We're allowed to have
Personally.
opinions.
Nick asked her the question.
Oh, first of all, love Diamond for that. But second of all, it does not matter if they look good together. Who gives a fuck? That's not the fucking point of the show. Second of all, the whole good goddamn premise of the fucking show is that at the end, everybody votes about who wins, right? Nick is literally asking for their fucking opinions. So why is Chase out here being like, no one here can say blah, blah, blah? Yes, they can. By definition, literally they can. And also, it's fair to say that the amount of time that someone took to switch between perfect matches can be a red flag for whether or not they're actually like the winners of the show, because I'd like to draw everybody's attention to some of the other couples who have not really wavered at all, you know? Not that it's like necessarily a show of like compatibility to never have doubts or questions, but I think switching partners every 30 minutes is a bit of a red flag. Hold on. I love Diamond. Yes, me too. I feel that someone like Bartise calls it mature behavior when a person moves past his bad behavior. Yes, Chelsea. Oh my God. I think that's a really important distinction, actually. Is she actually just being mature, or was she just not presented with all of the facts about the way that Bartise has behaved? Just because someone is writing off your bad behavior doesn't make them mature. And it certainly doesn't give you an out to continue behaving the way that you're behaving if you're being hurtful to other people. I think only the eliminated people vote. Yeah. I think the couples can't vote because they might pull a Chase and lowball each other. Okay. I wish we could have seen more of Diamond on the show. She should have been part of the. Oh, Zozo, agreed. I love Diamond. I would have seen her or loved to see her get like a little redemption arc, but as it were. All right, we're at 33:12. Timer at the end says 19:55, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It just sounds like, like a lot of resentment for no reason.
I don't think it's fair to completely attack Bartise because we've all made an impulsive decision at some point. I completely get where you're coming from. It must have hurt and it was horrible.
It wasn't, it was just like the switch up. That was my issue.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you point blank. Have you found your perfect match?
The time we spent in here has been really good. But obviously, distance is a big thing. And I think if one of us said that we were a perfect match, I don't think it would be real.
I think we're both very realistic. And she said it first on our date today. I was not surprised hearing it come out of her mouth. I would have been surprised if she said the other thing, like, oh yeah, you are my perfect match.
Okay, fair enough. So next I want to talk to Elsie and Nick.
Hi, Annie. Thanks for coming. We're watching the finale right now.
Nick was someone that I was interested in, like, just from seeing all the shows and stuff, like, before I got here. So I was really excited that when he walked into the house. So today was definitely nice to get to spend time one-on-one.
Nice. So tell me, Nick, how's your journey been?
I entered the house on day 1, matched with a couple different people, ended up not really finding what I was looking for, eventually left the house. Some might frame it as I was not chosen. What do you know? When I came back in, LC came back in, we matched up, had the biggest test, and they brought every single person back in, and we still matched again, and here we are.
Nice.
We've been able to be pretty open, like, right off the bat.
You think today's date, like, did it increase the spark level?
I definitely do. Definitely made me like her more.
So, Nick did kind of make it pass at me the other night. So,
I mean, we had a conversation. I don't know what making a pass is, but...
It's true, I had to say it.
No, that's fine.
Do you think that you found your perfect match? Yes or no?
The simple answer is no.
Yeah.
We definitely talk about it. We can't say that we're like a perfect match. I think it'd be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Elsie, you'd agree with that?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, pause. I do want to say I don't have a lot of patience or respect for Netflix. However, I do appreciate that at the very least, they did give them the opportunity to talk about how they would answer this question before it happened. Because one of my primary beefs with Love is Blind is that they don't find out until they're like all dressed up and standing on the thing in front of their family. And it's like very humiliating having someone you know, reject you in that way. Yes, Zozo, I've seen that suggestion a lot. The Love is Blind Brazil. The problem that I have with all of the other Love is Blinds is that by the time we finish the American ones, I'm like so fucking burnt out on Love is Blind and just like Netflix and like the whole thing, that I have a hard time getting around to it. But it is on the list generally. I would like to do it someday. Yeah, I had to learn my lesson the hard way. I wish I could mail Elsie some Oh my God, Anne, be nice. I think Elsie is probably like one of the most victimized people on all of these shows. Okay, 35:17. Timer at the end says 17:55. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Awkward. Yeah, I think it would be kind of insane for us to be like, perfect match, he's the one. I'm not gonna say something that I don't feel is genuine and not saying it just because we're here.
I appreciate
Moving
that,
on
Elsie.
to Chloe and Shane. You guys matched up. You took some time apart. Matched up again. How's this journey been individually for both of you to get to
Oh,
this
it's been an absolute bloody roller coaster, Nick. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I would class myself
What
as
do
an
you mean,
extremely
really,
strong
Nick?
woman, and you know what? I've learnt so much about myself, and even though we were so intense with Shane, I needed to make sure that my perfect match wasn't Mitchell. And I found out in a short amount of time that I wanted Shane back, and I missed him.
Shane, how was that night for you? The night that she matched with Mitchell and you had to leave the house. What was going through your head that night?
I mean, I'm a very emotional person. I invested a lot into this, so everything that happens, I took it to heart. That night was very difficult because it was my first time really getting back into the dating world after what happened to me on my last show. My first thoughts were going back to, you know, getting left at the altar and, again, getting left behind.
Do you think that
Fair.
experience, having to split for a second there and then come back together, you think that made you guys stronger?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Absence definitely makes the heart go fonder.
Yeah.
Also, can we just talk about the fact that Shane pretty openly admitted that he, in essence, had like a trauma response or was like triggered by the turn of events on this show because of the traumatic bullshit that he survived from being on another Netflix show? And Nick Lachey is like, oh, cool. Like, it's you. It's you guys. Oh, it pushes my buttons that we're talking about like Shane's behavior and like his own fear and like fear of vulnerability and like all this stuff. And like not acknowledging that like, oh yeah, we did that to you. Like I would never expect them to, but still. Oh, Anne, you're fine. I just think we should be nice to Elsie. I feel bad. Is it a red flag that I secretly love Mitchell? Listen, everybody's allowed to like whoever they like, you know? Shane has been traumatized by Netflix. Yes, Raspberry Talia. That's what I'm fucking saying. He's talking about how he had a hard time managing his emotional response to Chloe and Mitchell and the whole thing, because of the things that Netflix subjected him to. Like, he pretty openly just admitted he wasn't his best self because he's still working through some shit that he hasn't had the chance to process. Because also he was on these shows back to back. That's fucking weird. Okay. Yeah, Carlton was awful to Diamond. All right, 36:24. Timer at the end says 16:38. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Mitchell, I'm curious what you think about that whole way it all went down.
Yeah, I really don't have a voice. I can't say anything. I will say, me and Shane, very similar people, and we didn't work out, so I don't know if that's 100% real and love and genuine. I know Chloe as well, and I'm not buying it.
So when you say you know me well and we're the same people, we've talked maybe for 5 minutes.
I said Chloe.
No, you said me, though.
Say we are similar people. We're both loud, outgoing, and I know Chloe well.
I'll say this. You guys had a past relationship for a long time. It didn't end up where it should, but you both are great guys in your own way, and I think her and Shane will do great together.
There's a lot of differences in you and Shane. We had countless amounts of conversations, and you couldn't see me in your future, and you said that you wouldn't prioritize
Morgan,
a girlfriend,
me too.
and you expect me to wait 8 to 15 years for marriage to have sex. And for me, there's a lot of differences with you and Shane.
Inez, I know you started out with Shane. What are your thoughts?
I actually had a lot of love for Shane, but ultimately, when I saw Chloe coming back and Shane together, you don't ask yourself any question at that moment, you just know.
Aside from that break, were there any hiccups that you guys feel like you had to overcome to get to this point?
Yeah, I don't know
We've
what's wrong
had
with
a
his
few
voice.
tiffs. in our time here together, and we know that there's some things that we need to work on in the relationship.
Well said.
I wanted to leave the house twice, and I'm so thankful that I honestly did not do it, because it would have been the biggest mistake I've ever made.
It was fate, what can I say?
Well, I guess there's just one question left to ask you. Have you found your perfect match?
Absolutely.
100%.
She's so cute.
That was our first match of the evening. Congrats, guys. It's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to Dom and Georgia. I think you guys might be the second longest tenured match here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how's the journey been for you individually? Because obviously, Dom, you started out matched with Francesca.
Hyperfluous, me
It's been
too.
right. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I lead with my heart. I'm also somebody where when I'm vulnerable and I let somebody in, I'm quick to run away. And I think this experience is all about growing and not doing what you usually would do. And I'm grateful I was in this house and ultimately grateful for what Francesca did, because it forced me to kind of face the man I was and do something different. To be honest, I feel like I already won the night that Georgia chose me, because ever since then, we've been tested, and she's turned down
Shane.
everything that she had turned down. She's like my other half. She completes me. I say the dumbest stuff. She says it with me. That's my girl, so I'm grateful.
Hey. Love it, man.
Yeah.
And Georgia?
I knew immediately when I walked into the house that Dom was exactly my type, and I could see the way that he was with Francesca, and I was like, that's a great guy, and that's all the
Bye,
qualities that I
Tracy.
would
Thank
like
you for coming.
in a long-term partner.
I hope
Obviously,
that
I wasn't
goes
going to
okay.
pursue anything because they were really happy, and then things unfolded, and it led to an opportunity where I could make a choice to go with something that I thought could be really great. And I didn't actually know where this could go. I just thought, you know, we could start it on a friendship basis, see what happens, and it's grown into much more.
Connie, I want to ask you, how was your time with Dom when you guys went on a date?
I mean, I can appreciate a man who knows what he wants. So he did tell me on our date, look, I just met Georgia. I want to give her some time and kind of see where it goes. So if they're saying that they're good, I respect it. I mean, hey, if you guys like it, I love it.
Francesca, obviously
Valid.
you matched up with Dom right out of the gate. How do you feel
Dom does
seeing
seem
this
really
match in
sweet.
front of you?
I mean, of course, it was a little awkward. Everything was crazy. I feel like it worked out for the best, clearly, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, Chase.
That's nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do I think they're a match? Absolutely not. And, you know, Dom, emotionally speaking, gave his heart to somebody else, and now all of a sudden his heart belongs to somebody else. I don't think that you can make two quick connections back to back like that in such a short period of time. I'm calling bullshit on the entire relationship, and that's my opinion.
Hold, please. Hold, please. Can we just rewind to the part where he said that we shouldn't be judging Bartise based on how quickly he was changing partners, and then literally is saying Dom and Georgia are bullshit because Dom gave his heart to someone else and you can't just switch your feelings on and off like that? Hello? Just say you're jealous, Chase. Just say, I refuse to endorse this couple because I'm mad that she didn't pick me. That's fine. You're allowed to feel how you feel, but just be honest that it's sour grapes, you know? Like, yes. Go away, Chase is right. Ugh. It's just, whatever. All right. 40:46, timer at the end says 12:27. I'm pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
You guys could be a match. The perfect match. I don't
Do you
test it.
say shit just to get a reaction from people?
You think so? You also told everybody in here that if you wasn't Francesca, you were going to go home. So it's like, how do you love two people at once? I just want to know.
I didn't love two people at once.
The fact that you actually think I was going to pick you after how many people in here you've embarrassed and lied to and scammed, you were so not genuine, and I could not trust you.
Right.
Dom's someone that has all the qualities in a guy that I'm looking for.
I don't care. I'm just saying you guys are not a perfect match. I don't care what bullshit you're selling, but I'm not buying it.
That's fine. You have
Does
that
anyone
opinion.
else
You weren't
agree
here.
with Chase? Or is he out on an island by himself?
Does anybody else agree? Yes or no?
Literally no
I
one.
do understand, Chase, where you're coming from, because I felt the same way immediately. But being in the house with you guys, seeing, you guys had your own thing.
Also, the thing is, like, I entered this knowing he had feelings for her. That wasn't something that I was like, oh, now you're with me, you have to get over that. I entered that knowing that's how he felt.
I think the time you spent together has shown your growth.
And it
I
wasn't like
I
there
don't
was no
understand why there's so
pressure.
much judgment about them when there was a situation that Chloe had to face with Shane and Michelle in the house, and everyone respected Chloe's decision, and everyone should respect Dom and George's decision as well.
I could.
Yes. Also, Finley, thank you for bringing that up. How invalidating to all poly people. It's entirely possible to love more than one person at once. Yes. And also, too, even if you're not a poly person, we as a society embrace the idea that parents can love their children equally, that kids can love their parents equally, that we can love our siblings equally, that we can love our friends equally, that we can have more than one best friend, right? Like, this is not a foreign concept. We as people apply that logic to like almost all of our relationships, that loving someone doesn't take away love from a pie chart to other people, right? It's bothersome that now that Chase has sour grapes, he's saying like, oh, it's impossible for Dom to have had feelings for two people. And also to, yes, I know, Mitchell. But also too, I think it's pretty clear that Dom and Georgia matched initially, like for the sake of just like preserving him being in the house and like seeing where it went. And like, also, let's be clear, this show is a sham. There is like, there's just a lot of questions about like ethics and, best practices about these people forming couples. But if anybody is going to throw stones at like any of the couples on the show being happy or like genuinely liking each other, it's not fucking Chase. Let's just say that right now. Yeah, Katie, exactly. Ines, Nick, and Dom don't come from dating shows. They're all in the most well-adjusted ones. Yes, Jennifer, exactly. Okay. 41:54. Timer at the end says 11:09. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Couldn't speak more highly of these two.
Yes, Annie.
Honestly,
Also
that guy's
so
had my
true.
back through thick and thin, and the way he carries himself in just this conversation alone, he could have went after Chase if he wanted to. He did not do that. And Georgia is literally the sweetest human being I've ever met in the entire world. She would never hurt any single human, and they are coming in with the best genuine intentions.
Everyone should have the utmost respect for that couple.
Can I just say, I feel like I know Georgia the most out of everyone here. She can't fake it. She will run at any opportunity, and she hasn't ran.
So you think it's genuine?
Oh, yeah.
That's sweet.
100%.
Everyone can see that.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, you've heard what everyone else has to say
Shake
about
of
your
the
relationship,
show.
and now I want to hear from you
I've
all.
actually never had
Are
a shamrock
you
shake. Are they
a
good?
perfect match?
Yes.
I was gonna die.
They're cute.
All right, last but certainly not least, Joey and Carousel. East Coast blue collar kids. East Coast, baby! I mean, you guys literally have been matched up from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And seemingly, at least from my point of view, didn't have too many hiccups along the way.
I completely disagree. I'd say there's been hiccups every step of the way in the best way.
So how'd you get through it?
To tell you the truth, man, coming here, I didn't have any expectation of being here like this right now. I figured like, gonna go date, hook up a little bit. I definitely have had issues moving on from my past.
Valid.
And that's something we've talked a lot about, abandonment issues, and I always expect people to walk away, so I try to keep a guard up and a wall to not get too close to people, and being here with her has literally changed my life.
From where I was day one with Joey, it's so different now. This is my person.
Aww.
I cannot live without you. And you need to know that. Like, Joey always gives us public declarations of love. Like, I can't live without this man. Like, he's so much greater than I think a lot of you guys even know. And I love you so much.
I love you too.
They're so cute.
Was there one moment or any particular moment throughout the course of this process that kind of really changed things for the two of you?
It's been the quiet moments of us really talking about overcoming past experiences, and it's fate that we're here together right now. 100% everything happens for a reason, so those late night conversations in bed are what I'm gonna hold on to more than anything else that's happened with anyone else here.
Hold, please. I'd like to point out that the thing that Joey credits as being the transformation in their relationship, right? Them going from being on again, off again, non-committed sort of hookup partners to engaged, in love, wanting to spend the rest of their lives together, are things that you can get outside of this fucking show. Nick Lachey and Netflix don't get any of the fucking credit for the work that Carousel and Joey put in. If they're still fucking together, Netflix does not get any cred for whatever, because it wasn't the compatibility challenges, it wasn't being in this weird experiment. Like, it was a catalyst and a vehicle for that, but not the thing that caused them to be together. The thing that they credit with their successful relationship is honest communication, is genuine emotional connection, is sweet and precious moments that they had in private. And I think that's really important for us to note. I'm just putting it out there. All right. 44-13. 8:53 is the timer at the end, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Let's talk about the hiccup that everyone knows about.
Yes,
Obviously, when
please don't
Chase
put
came
spoilers
into
in the chat.
equation, how did you guys get past that?
We all came here knowing this is a crazy experiment. And, you know, out in the real world, I can't say, babe, go on a date with one of my friends. Like, that's just not something I would do. But given the experience, I was like, if she is going to be happier with someone else, I can leave here with my head held high saying, I want the best for her. And I think we always chose each other in the end. And I think we grew a lot because of that.
Yeah, and I think I needed that temptation. You know, like, Chase is a
Yes,
really attractive
Finley.
guy, you
You
know? And,
literally
like, Joey
could.
kind of claims me the first day. So, like, I needed just, like, a hot man to just tell me he thinks I'm attractive and, like, let me decide for myself. I was like, I want to know that, like, I'm here with Joey because I chose to be, not because Joey claimed me and then everyone was too afraid to fucking even look at me the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Chase, I want to hear your side of the story. Obviously, you had a little moment there with Carousel. What do you think?
Carousel and I have gone through like highs and lows in here, had great conversations and even, you know, some bad conversations when it comes to like kissing challenges.
How'd you do?
Just so everybody's clear, I don't think Carousel's a 1 out of 10 kisser.
Glad we cleared that up.
Okay, she's definitely 10 out of 10, and I think Joey's a really lucky man. And I love Joey. I love Carousel. That I can see. They have my blessing 1,000%.
Well, no one asked for it,
Chase being nice, that's so weird.
How was your guys' date today? Your final romantic date here?
It was the best day of my life.
What none of you know is I didn't want to say anything to any of yous, but
any of yous?
I asked Carousel to marry me today.
I called it.
Aww. They all look so genuinely happy for them.
Best day of your life for sure.
Are you joking?
Aww.
It's real. Yeah, I asked
That's
her.
real.
Look how
Awesome,
cute.
guys. Congrats.
But are they a perfect match?
Nice. You guys have such a fire. You know what I mean? That's passion, man. It reminds me of my own relationships. I appreciate you guys so much. Man, I think I speak for everybody here when I say congratulations. It's amazing.
Nobody asked for your opinion,
All right,
Nick
this is
Lachey.
somewhat of a formality, it seems like, at this point, but I'm going to ask the question. Are you each other's perfect match?
Fuck yeah, this is my soulmate right here. This is the ride or die. This is the girl I'm with for the rest of my life.
This is my future husband.
They're so cute.
That feels good to say, right? Well, guys.
I know,
this is really
Sarah. It's
exciting.
not
We
your
clearly have
day.
some amazing matches here tonight, and they all
boy.
deserve
Oh,
to
Elsie
be the
looks so
perfect
upset.
match. But only one can be chosen. Please head to the boardroom to make your votes.
Oh, interesting. So does everybody vote? Even the couples? I know, Natty, you've been married twice. You're not the rule for successful relationships.
Joey and Carousel. I feel like they are incredible together. I think they're the perfect match. Locked in.
I mean, I love them individually, but are they good together? They're so dissimilar. Are they the perfect match?
You know, for me, the perfect match is also about going through challenges and experiences together, and I'm locking it in. Dom and Georgia, you guys are the perfect match.
Aw,
Out of all
Ines
the
is so
couples that are
sweet.
here, they are the most genuine. I think I'm gonna give them my vote for the perfect match. Let's lock that in.
So I love this couple. They have great vibes, good energy.
In my eyes, these two came in here, they found love, and they are the perfect match.
I feel like a lot of
I
people
feel
think
like
this is a tough
no
decision,
one is
but
going to
the
pick
perfect match is obvious. I'm locking it in.
anyone other than Joey and Carousel, right? Like everybody has to know at this point.
Ooh, that was I loved it. Look at you go, girl.
Wait, home keys, what happened?
Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Well, you have all now voted. It was incredibly tight between two couples. Wow. Literally decided by one single vote.
What?
Oh, shit. Wow.
I know,
Holy
his
shit.
voice is so rough. Pterodactyl pie.
I can now reveal the couple voted as the perfect match.
Get it over with, Nick.
Suspense is killing me. Okay, come on. Tell us.
Dom and Georgia.
What? Also, fuck this music. What? What? Genuinely shocked.
I did not think that was gonna happen.
What?
Match.
My eyeballs are gonna pop out of my head.
Yes, perfect match.
To strengthen your connection and jumpstart your life together, we're gonna send you on a little pre-honeymoon of sorts. You have an all-expenses-paid vacation for 1 week anywhere you want to go in the world. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, but also, hold on. They're not fucking together anymore. I'm so mad. Yeah, like what? Yes, Jessica from Love is Blind is now married, and I love that for her. I know, like, I'm not mad because I love Dom and Georgia, but I'm shocked. What? Listen, also your username, these are my faces, is incredible. I wonder how many people voted for Dom and Georgia just to make someone. Yes, Anne. I'm kind of wondering that too. Like, what? Feels like the 2016 election. I am shocked. I wonder if people. Oh, I already read that. Do we think production did it for shock value? Maybe, honestly. Honestly, Joey's relationship was overwhelming for me. I like Dom and Georgia's quiet kind of love. That's fair. Like, I appreciate it. I respect it. But also, they're not fucking together. Oh, Joey and Carousel aren't together either. Oh, you guys. Love isn't real. No, I'm just kidding. It is. It really is. But like, wow. Yeah, none of the couples are still together. That's what I thought. That is so awful. See, this is what I'm saying. The show is a sham. All right, let's keep it. We have 3 minutes, 17 seconds left.
I genuinely thought it was going carousel. They got the ring. You get a perfect match.
It's fine. You guys have a wedding, so.
Yeah, literally. We're good.
Wow.
We don't have to be the perfect match because we already are a perfect match.
I love you.
Guys,
but they're not together anymore.
The perfect match. And everyone, cheers to love.
Yeah, cheers to Netflix killing love, Nick Lachey. Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
I know that I am certain that Shane is my perfect match.
Yeah, except that you're not together anymore, so. Whew. You guys, this is rough. This is a really, really rough
Georgia shows me as a match, but
reveal
this makes it
and finale. Oh, listen, yes, love is real, but just not on these shows. Not on these shows. That's the problem. Real, loving, happy, long-term relationships exist in lots of other places that aren't here. All right, pause. Woo! Yeah, I mean, like Dom and Georgia, I'm not surprised because of the distance. Shane and Chloe, not surprised because of the distance, and also because they seem to have their own stuff to work through. And apparently Georgia has had a thing with Harry from the first season of Too Hot to Handle, and I think they both live in Australia, so like again, that tracks. But I am legitimately heartbroken that Joey and Carousel are not together because they live near each other. Oh, I wish they wouldn't recycle people. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like in some ways, I don't want them to traumatize any new people, but also it does feel some type of way that they just continue to exploit the same people over and over again. Wait, they broke up 3 days later? Oof. That is rough. What happened? Did they go on the trip? Now oh my God. The Netflix interview says that Dom and Georgia didn't even go on their trip. Wow. Oh my God. This is rough. Guess Netflix saved themselves some cash here. Yeah. In the video on Netflix article, so many of them talked about how leaving the house made them rethink everything. It reinforces the idea. Yes, Kelly, that's what we've been saying from the beginning. This environment that's like high pressure, scarcity mindset, emotionally manipulative, very overwhelming, causes people to behave in ways that I think are not reflective of, first of all, how they would normally behave in their best selves, but second of all, like what their real desires are. Everybody wants to be a match on a show that's about being a match, where you're constantly drunk, all your food is taken care of, all you do is fucking sleep and drink and sit and sunbathe and like have sex all day, every day. Like, of course, that's an easy environment to fall in love with. I could fall in love with someone else in a house like this, and I'm obsessed with Aaron. You know what I'm saying? People don't go on these shows to actually find love. Yeah, Alexander, I think that's the other thing. We've talked about this before. Aaron and I actually talked about this in an episode of the old podcast on Patreon, that the longer these shows go on and the more that they build their own legacy about being famous and like gaining notoriety, the less genuine the matches seem, because people are aware that you can gain enough of a public following to like leave your old job and like jumpstart your career as an influencer, you know? Francesca has a fucking clothing line. Diamond has a jewelry business. Like, this is not a coincidence that these people are able to launch like successful businesses or like at least gain enough publicity to like promote these things. And I think people may still join these shows with the intention of finding love, or at the very least finding a relationship. But I would say that it's probably rare at this point for someone to enter with genuinely only the interest in wanting to get married or find a person. And that the notoriety is not an aspect of it at all. Cause I don't fucking buy that. I don't think that's true for a lot of them. I think Netflix selects for people who buy into the show's concept. I think it's important that they buy into the concept, sure, but I stand by what I said. I don't think people are like going in with only pure intentions of wanting to be in love. I think it's pretty ballsy of Netflix to post these shows without saying at the end that they don't sit. Well, yeah, no, they do that on purpose, especially because they know that there is a lot of media coverage and hype about the shows, and the more people talk about it online, the more like interest that they get, and the more they continue to make these shows, which is why like Aaron and I have had endless circular conversations about like, does it make sense for us to continue talking about this? Have you thought about reviewing the therapy sessions on Too Hot? Yes, Jennifer, I have. The issue that I have with Too Hot to Handle is that it's like very explicit sometimes. And I worry about the episodes getting like full on demonetized. We have talked about doing them in a live stream capacity because it's usually easier for that. But again, like the same issue that we've had with Love is Blind Brazil and Japan and all of that, that like by the time we wrap one of these shows, my life force has been sucked out of me, and it takes a lot. I do love live streaming and I do love hanging out with you guys, but it is emotionally intensive, I won't lie. So, you know, streaming twice a week and like the whole rigmarole of the thing, I don't know if it's something that I could do like consistently, like several days a week forever, you know? Like having a break is very key for my sensitive little being of a heart. Do I have thoughts on Esther Perel's stuff? I don't know who Esther Perel is. I'm sorry. What exactly does it mean when a video gets demonetized? I've never been clear on that. And so basically what it means is that you don't make money from the video. Sometimes you can get like minimal advertising money, but basically what it means is that your video is not only being monetized, meaning there's not the ideal advertisers on it that pay like an appropriate amount of money for the work you put in, but also that the content can sometimes get suppressed, because the fact of the matter is that YouTube won't make money if their videos aren't monetized and advertisers aren't paying to be on them, right? So YouTube has no interest in promoting content that won't also help their platform. And it's no shade, it's no tea, it's just, it is what it is. If you want to make a living making content, it's important that you be able to have advertisers place their ads on your content. And so when your stuff gets demonetized, it's kind of a punch to the gut a little bit. Yeah, you could just pull those clips when I watch. I wonder what you would say. That's fair, Jennifer. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We could just talk about the actual exercises. If you weren't streaming, would you watch these shows? Rafiki Dave, honestly, I don't know. Initially, yes. Aaron and I watched Love is Blind, the first season, unironically during quarantine, because we were in quarantine and had nothing to do. And I was like, this is new. And I am like unironically a fan of reality TV. I do just really love it. It is like my preferred method of media. Like I'm not really going to watch, you know, like a long series or like really dramatic stuff. I find mindless TV to just be a lot more soothing, you know? So I do like it, but I don't know if I'd watch it to the degree that I do because I make content out of it. These lives are only fun when you're having fun. So please, thank you, Raspberry Italia. I appreciate that. She's a famous couples therapist and has written books and has a podcast talking through real client experiences. Friends, who are we talking about? Some of the workshops are pretty cool. It makes sense why people like Shake don't want to join for another show. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, what's TGC? What does that mean? Confused. Trading card game? Yeah, the Gospel Coalition. What's the Gospel Coalition? That didn't clear it up for me at all. As far as dating shows, I still stand Sexy Beast because it's so fake and obnoxious but hilarious. I've never watched Sexy Beast. I have a thing with people in masks. I've talked about it before. I don't like it. If you're like a mascot, even like the Disney people wearing costumes where I can't see their eyes, blech, immediate ick. I don't like it. Oh my God, Morgan, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I love your content. Well, I love you for being here. And also your hair color in your profile picture is iconic. Thank you so much. Christine, too cute. I can tell you what's a perfect match. My nose and the smell of Bunny's forehead. Oh, I bet Bunny is the sweetest little girl. I feel the same about reality TV. It's weirdly soothing. Yes, Rafiki Dave. Exactly. Oh, Esther Perel. Okay. The podcast is called Where Should We Begin? And one of her most famous books is called Mating in Captivity. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Ferns. No mask on 0 out of 10. Exactly. I don't like it. It's something about not being able to read people. Maybe it's because I'm traumatized. I don't know, but I don't like people in masks and like costumes where I can't see them, even on Halloween and stuff. I don't appreciate it. There's an article that's blowing up, that's about how heterosexual sex is necessary and a mirror of oh, yuck, Anne. That is... Yes, Lily, someone said that the last time I mentioned it. Mickey's not a furry, confirmed. Absolutely not. No shade, but it's not for me. The only masks allowed are blindfolds. Yes, with consensual, like previously discussed situations. Morgan, that's nice. Esther Perel features clips from real life couples counseling on her podcast. That is so interesting. Oh, Christine, I feel that way too. Our pets love Aaron so much. I'm the spare human, and I'm fine with it, honestly, because that means they bug him in the morning to feed them breakfast. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to head out. I need to pee, so it is time for us to go. We are going to be streaming season 4 of Love is Blind. However, there will be some interruptions to the stream schedule, but I will be posting it later, so stay tuned for that. We are going to keep the channel memberships, though, so if you guys want to use our special emotes and get priority reply to comments and things like that, you can become a channel member. And if you want to join our Discord and chit-chat with us in our channel where we're talking about Perfect Match, you can also do that at the link in the description. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for making the show bearable for me and for watching it together. Yes, love you all the most. Thank you guys for being here. Also, the video is going up tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it. If the words dry bones mean anything to you, you're going to like tomorrow's video. So definitely turn notifs on for that. All right. Thank you, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.